At 8 on WGN.
Tonight, for the first time since the Bulls won the NBA title in June, Scottie Pippen will lace up his Nikes in anger. 35 games into this season, the Bulls All-Star is back for tonight's contest against the Golden State Warriors. Good evening to our Chicago audience and to those watching across North America tonight on the Superstation. I'm Dan Roan at the United Center. Nice to have you along tonight for the Bullseye in our coverage of Bulls basketball here on WGN. Well, it is true, Scottie Pippen will play tonight after missing the first 35 games of this season with that toe injury. It was a sudden but welcome decision made this morning at the Bulls practice headquarters at the Berto Center. Scottie told management he was ready to go. Some people in the upper echelon thought he might want to wait another week, but Scottie was adamant about that and thus surprised everybody, even Michael Jordan.
It was all his decision. I think he had time enough to think about his commitment to us and how important he meant to us. And he made his decision without input from me. Or I think he understood my feelings and as well as everybody else on the team. But Scottie made his own decision.
Are you excited about this?
Yesterday before the game, did you have a?
Nope, I didn't know it this morning.
Really?
Didn't know anything about it.
Is it stunning to you that he's playing?
It's surprised me, and I think it's something that we all been hoping for, and now we can start putting everything together and move in the right direction.
So put all the bad feelings aside, Scottie in uniform for the game tonight against the Golden State Warriors here in Chicago. Now, a lot of us thought he might choose the biggest basketball stage of all to make his return. That would have been Madison Square Garden last night when the Bulls took on the Knicks. He missed a good game. Dennis and Woody Mayfield. Dennis trying to get him to go out after the game, I think. In the third quarter, MJ off the bounce to Scott Burrell up and under as the Bulls retake the lead. They trailed big early in this one, but found space inside in the second half. Michael had 44. He loves the Garden. Bulls fell back, though, at the end of three. John Starks 4-3, and New York had the lead and held on to it deep into the fourth quarter. Larry Johnson apparently not going out with Woody and Dennis after the game. That earned him a technical. And then late in the fourth, Knicks by one. Ron Harper battling the flu, battling for the steal, and battling past Charles Oakley to put the Bulls in front. Then 90-89 Chicago. Last shot time. Chris Childs takes the long three that wasn't close. Terrible shot selection there. And the Bulls able to survive the Big Apple last night by a final score of 90-89. And nobody at the Garden last night suspected that Pippen would be in uniform for the Bulls here tonight against Golden State. Not even the super sleuth of scribes, Terry Armour of the Chicago Tribune. It was news to him today, and when it's news to him, it's news to everybody, right?
Yeah, when my phone starts ringing off the hook and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That means I'm actually going to have to do some work tonight.
And on a Saturday, too.
And on a Saturday, too, D. No, I had no idea. Nobody on the team had any idea. I was talking to Ron Harper when he came in. Ron, who's hurt his back last night or aggravated a back injury, said that he was sleeping all day, and it was news to him when he showed up. He thought I was playing around. The team didn't find out officially until the shoot-around this morning, and it sounds to me like everybody was just as stunned as I was and you were.
Are you hearing what I'm hearing, Terry, that Scottie forced the issue and told people he was going to play tonight?
The read that I got from Jerry Krause and judging from what happened with Al Vermeil as far as his rehab was going, is that Scottie was going to try to come this weekend. They were leaving the decision up to he and Al Vermeil. So, it remains to be seen whether he's pushed the issue or whatever. That's why he probably won't start tonight, probably play just 15 minutes. But, the team, they hope that he's not coming back too soon because they don't want him to re-hurt himself.
It's my understanding that he will be in the lineup tonight. He will start the game. They've had some flu trouble, as you know, so they can use all the warm bodies they can get, and that's not a bad substitute right there.
Yeah, I guess against the Golden State Warriors, you could probably put just Scottie and one of the sick guys out there. So.
Oh, you're cold, buddy. Hey, well, thanks anyway, and dig up some more stuff for us, will you?
I will try.
Terry Armour down at courtside. Of course, how Scottie is deployed tonight is one of the big storylines running through the United Center. And for more on that, let's join Wayne Larrivee with the Bulls head coach, Phil Jackson.
Well, thanks very much, Dan Roan. Phil Jackson joins us for Bullseye. Well, Coach, Big news, Scottie Pippen back tonight. Tell us about it.
Well, it's one of those things, Wayne, where a player eventually is going to get to the point where he says, I'm okay, I'm ready to play. And when he says that, you want him to be able to get out in the court. And there's no doubt about the fact that Scottie could probably use another 2 weeks of rehabilitation, strengthening things that could take him through the whole season at ultimate strength. But this is a good timing for him to come back, psychologically for our team, psychologically for himself, and in this duress of 4 games in 5 nights, it'll help us out a lot.
He didn't make the trip down south to Miami or over to New York this week. Did he stay back and continue to rehab? And when would this whole thing come about? When did they decide to make a decision that he would come back and play?
Well, Scottie was mulling over it. In fact, he said, I'm thinking about it, when we talked about a date earlier this week, and he said, I might come up and see you. He didn't come up and see me before we left. It was, a hectic week. And we kind of thought that, I kind of thought in the back of my mind that maybe Scottie was really thinking of a date, but I didn't have any idea that, it would be a date as soon as this. I thought he might want 1 or 2 practices, maybe Seattle, maybe next weekend or whatever. But I think it's a good choice. I think it's an ample opportunity to get him out there on the floor against a team which he can do some experimenting on, get his game kind of rounded out, and have a practice on Monday to kind of tone things along, and then get a week on our home court here. We do make a couple trips this week, but it's really not out. Just 1 game to Philadelphia, the drive to Milwaukee, right. And he'll have some advantage.
Talking to some of his teammates this week about where Scottie was in practice and all that, they felt he might be week and a half away, that type of thing. What do you think as a coach now? You've watched him in practice these last few weeks. How close is he?
I'm not going to venture a guess on that one because I've said that before and been wrong because we spent a whole month, 1 month playing without him. Came back the last day of November, actually, in a season about 4 years ago. We had a Phoenix game on our home court, and he got 36 points, which I thought was impossible for a guy to do who had been practicing with us. And so it's hard to imagine. He's at a level where he's such an excellent athlete that, he could have a 6-point game or he could have a 26-point game.
Well, it's good to have Scottie back, and best of luck to you against the Warriors tonight, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks, Wayne.
All right, Wayne and Phil, thank you very much. Scottie Pippen in the lineup tonight as the Bulls take on the Golden State Warriors. We'll talk more about tonight's opponent. Check out what happened around the league last night. That's just around the corner on the Bullseye.
Bullseye, brought to you by the Stars of Chicagoland, your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Wendy's, the best hamburgers at a whole lot more. GMC, your local Chicagoland and Northern Indiana GMC dealers. Walgreens, the pharmacy America trusts. And by the Chicago Tribune Sports. In print and online, no one gets you closer to the story.
You know the game. Now get inside it. Log on to NBA.com and reach every team and every player. Explore NBA news and notes. Visit the NBA store. Or chat with NBA players and coaches. Enter NBA.com arena and go courtside for live game audio broadcasts and on-screen play-by-play. It's all here. The online world of the NBA. Go to the net. NBA.com.
Get out of the way! Come on!
Don't get that, Frank.
It could be the office.
Yeah, let it rain.
Hello? Baxter! It's Baxter!
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow Mix brand cat food has a variety of 4 delicious flavors cats love. In fact, it's the only cat food that tastes so good, cats ask for it by name.
Meow, meow, meow.
Again and again.
It was the first time I had seen this play, and I just had to know.
Romeo, dost thou love me?
Does that love come with a lifetime guarantee?
Lifetime guarantee? What do you think this is? That new GM Good Wrench Service Plus?
Oh.
I got a lifetime guarantee on parts and labor, plus upfront pricing, plus courtesy transportation. New GM Good Wrench Service Plus.
The plus means better.
Call for the select GM dealer near you.
There are cars that are built to appeal to your passionate side and your practical side. Chrysler Cirrus LXI. For the passionate, it has many standard luxury features that cost extra on Toyota Camry, like ABS, Air V6, leather-trimmed interior with an 8-way power driver's seat. And compared to Camry LE V6, Chrysler Cirrus is over $6,000 less. That's for your practical side. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
This is about 1 hour ago at the United Center. Scottie Pippen, a broad smile on his face, loosening up for his first action of the season. Pitt back in the lineup tonight as the Bulls take on the Golden State Warriors here on WGN. Right now, let's take a look at some of the action around the league from Friday night. Golden State was in action, and as usual, it was not a pretty sight. C.J. Carlesimo taking his team up against Detroit. The Pistons pulling away in the second half with a 22-6 run. Little layup right there by Jerry Stackhouse, and then Grant Long finding some space inside, and an easy victory last night for Detroit over Golden State. Also, the hottest team in basketball, the Seattle Supersonics on the road against Boston. Vin Baker had 22. Better living through chemistry on this club. With Baker and without Kemp, this is a different basketball team. And Dale Ellis, he's been out of his mind lately from downtown. Going inside for 2 here, and it's a 111-92 finish. 8 straight victories for the Sonics. Also, Miami playing on the road at Denver. Pat Riley still soaring after the Bulls victory, and the Nuggets on straight free fall, trying to stop Zoe. Couldn't do it. 25-12 for him. LaFonso Ellis, one of the few players coming up big for Denver, but they couldn't hang on in this one, and they lose it 98-79. And as for the Golden State Warriors, well, it's a wacky year when the worst team, or one of the worst teams in the NBA, is able to come up with the biggest story in the league this year. That, of course, the Latrell Sprewell coach choking incident of back in December. That still dominates headlines when you talk about this Golden State team, but quite frankly, there won't be much news of any kind coming out of Golden State that is good. Golden State Warriors have a reputation, and Huggy Feely isn't part of it.
I know that going through all of this will make me a better person and a better man. And I truly believe that. I just hope that everyone out there can forgive me for the mistake that I've made, and hopefully nothing like this will ever happen again. Apology not accepted. Latrell Sprewell is still fired and suspended for trying to strangle his coach. Forget they were already 1-13 when that happened. The Warriors are like that famous Bay Area landmark. You're always thinking about how to escape, and it's almost impossible. But since Sprewell took his 21 points a game and left, this has become a better team. It would be a stretch to say they're a good team, but the Warriors are improving. They were able to beat the Magic and the Lakers in December and finished almost 500 for the month. Not just any Joe Smith could get this done. Fortunately for the Warriors, this isn't just any Joe Smith.
And that's a good play by Smith. With the rim walk after
the Warriors' main man is a free agent in July, and he's been showing off. His may be the most common name in the NBA, but when he's on, his game is anything but. Donyell Marshall's game is also blooming with Sprewell's departure. Part of the reason why the Warriors have led the NBA in rebounding for much of this season. The other part of that is, though, they have so many rebounding chances. Golden State as a team is barely over 40% from the field. In the backcourt, nobody's close to averaging in double figures. Even in this era of defense, averaging less than 90 points a game won't get it done. So, in spite of their modest improvement, the Warriors are sentenced to a battle for the Pacific Division basement, with no get-out-of-jail-free cards in sight. Now, John Paxson joins us at courtside with tonight's spotlight. And, John, it doesn't matter who you play in this league. There are always a couple of great players on a club, and Joe Smith certainly is one of those.
Yeah, he really is. He's a bright spot for this team, and he's a guy that they can rely on every night, and you need that. But unfortunately, they don't have enough guys like Joe Smith. He's the guy we're going to look at in the spotlight tonight. He's the guy that you got to keep off the boards. He's going to score a couple of ways. One of them on the offensive glass. He averages just over 3 offensive rebounds per game. He's primarily a face-up jump shooter. You're not going to see him down in the post that often. That's been the thing with him. He likes to shoot those face-up shots. They'll use picks for him where he screens and then he'll step out where he'll take that little face-up jumper. They feature a guy like Dampier in the post more than anyone else. But he's a guy you can play aggressively. With his body, he plays that power forward spot, but he's really got more of a body of maybe a small forward, real sleek and athletic, and he's a guy that you want to be physical with, someone you're going to have to keep off the offensive glass using your body.
Yeah, if he settles for that jumper, I'm sure he's easier to play in terms of defense. What about free agency for him, John? I'm sure he'll be a big commodity when this season's over with.
Well, everybody's talking about these guys that are in their third year, that with that rookie salary cap, they were only allowed to sign the 3-year contracts. He's in that position, so even though it's a team that's not playing well, he's got to be playing for himself. There was talk last year, there's more talk this year that he doesn't want to be in Golden State after this season. It might not even happen. He may not even make it all the way through. He may make it to the All-Star break or sometime in there if a trade could happen. But he's playing to put numbers up on the board and to make the best deal for himself next year.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Joe and the rest of that group. Pax, thanks very much.
Okay, Dan.
John Paxson down at courtside. We'll step aside and come back with more on the Bullseye in just a minute. But first, time for the Bullseye No Bull Trivia question. Your chance to win tickets to a Bulls game. Tonight's question, which foreign-born Bulls player is the first from his country to play in the NBA? Look for the answer in tomorrow's Chicago Tribune or at chicagotribune.com. 3 ways to enter. Send in the form found in the newspaper, enter online, or send in your name, age, address, and phone, and the answer to the question to Bullseye Trivia Sweepstakes. Good luck, everybody.
On the next adventures of Sinbad to save a soldier's soul.
Can he be rescued if you're willing to go to hell?
Sinbad makes a deal with the devil.
Ready for a hell of a trip?
You've just worn out your welcome. It's a deadly game. And Sinbad's playing with fire. It's an incredible voyage to the underworld on the adventures of Sinbad. Sunday at 12:30 on WGN.
The biggest stars as they soar into the night.
We hit the stage to watch the NBA play. On the cross-court play. I love this game.
I love this game. I love this game.
This holiday, celebrate a little differently. Order Liar Liar on pay-per-view and see why honesty
is it good for you?
Isn't always the best policy.
I've had better.
Then go online for even more fun with the Liar Liar Lie-Off and see if anyone can top Fletcher Reed.
Tell him it's in the mail. I ran out of gas. You're losing a little weight.
Cast your vote for the most outrageous lie in America. Liar! And enjoy Liar Liar on pay-per-view.
Yeah, freedom! That's what it's all about. It's like, let's go.
Let's go.
Whoa. Chevy Venture. Sure, things have changed.
Are we there yet?
But you still need a little freedom. Chevy Venture.
Let's go!
There are cars that are built to appeal to your passionate side and your practical side. Chrysler Cirrus LXI. For the passionate, it has many standard luxury features that cost extra on Toyota Camry, like ABS, Air V6, leather-trimmed interior with an 8-way power driver's seat. And compared to Camry LE V6, Chrysler Cirrus is over $6,000 less. That's for your practical side. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
That is the pack of media at the northeast corner of the United Center floor, awaiting the Bulls to come out onto the United Center floor. And of course, for the first time this season, Scottie Pippen will be among the group, and you'll see it all tonight as Scottie makes his return to the Bulls here on WGN. Well, nobody's happier to see 33 back on the floor than Johnny Kerr, who joins us down at courtside now. John, should be fun tonight, huh?
Absolutely. I think everybody got a big
a thrill out of last night's game, winning in New York. You know, Michael putting on the show. Coming back here tonight to play the Warriors is not really an anticipation, but knowing that they're going to get Scottie back tonight, that's big-time news.
It really is, and as Terry told us, and as everybody's been saying, I guess nobody really had a clue about this, did they?
No. I asked Frank Hamlin on a plane coming back, I said, when do you think Scottie may be back? You think he'll pitch a big-time game? He says, I don't know. He says, I think he's getting pretty ready.
You know, I know the last time he was injured back in the 93-94 season, he came back after missing a stretch of games and scored 29 points first game out. Maybe we'll get one like that tonight.
Well, I don't know. I know you've been talking about, we expect him to start. And, you know, if you're one of the top 50 players to play in the NBA, you should get a chance to start and not lose your job because of an injury. But really, he's done such a great job for the Bulls. You can imagine their scoring will be up now with him back in, maybe up around a century mark.
Sure hope so, John. Have a good one tonight. Johnny Kerr down at courtside. You know, it's been a grueling rehab for Scottie. And right now, Bill Weir with more on the people who conducted that for him. And by the way, Bill, nice tie.
Hey, we went shopping together. That's right, Dan. Most will agree. In fact, Phil Jackson had a great soundbite about how the first 90% of a rehab is usually the easiest. It's that last little hump to get into an NBA game shape that's the toughest. And the man responsible for getting Scottie Pippen over that hump has been strength coach Al Vermeil. And tonight we're going to take our cameras and spend a day at work with the man who has pumped the muscle into this dynasty.
While we all wait for Scottie to take the floor this season, this man has kept a watchful eye on his and the other Bulls' strength and conditioning for the past 13 seasons.
What we do is, first of all, we evaluate the athlete, because you can't start training someone until you know what direction to go. And the testing procedures that we use in terms of mobility, flexibility, core strength, or what people like to call abdominal and back strength, and speed and explosiveness, gives us a direction for our training. Then for athletes we've worked with for a while, when they've come off and they're uninjured and we've got backlog of training, then we can kind of go back and see where we want them to begin. But first you have to evaluate the athlete. And each athlete is an individual to himself. You can't just write a canned program for all 15 guys that we have with the Bulls. You will see some of the same exercises with each of the athletes, but it's how we use them and what variations and what intensities that we do them at.
And Al and his staff know that Scottie has put in his time to come back.
He was never been the kind of superstar, hey, I don't want to do that, you know, I'm above that. Whatever you asked him to do, he would do. If he was sore or something, we obviously change. And one of the things we do in our program with Scottie and all the guys is we ask them every day how they feel. Like today we changed Scottie's program because we've worked real hard and he started to feel a little beat up. Well, if you're a little run down, throwing more stress on top of that can lead to an injury. So we don't like to do it that way.
Al's got quite the support staff.
My assistant of 10 years is Eric Hillen, and he's the one that travels with him on the long road trips. And my other assistant is Oleg Davinskovich. He's an Olympic competitive weightlifter. So he brings another flavor to our business. And we video a lot of the workouts. We evaluate how they're doing things. And we're teaching all the time, just like Coach Jackson and his staff would be on the court, or Bill Walsh when I was with the 49ers. There are proper ways to do things.
If imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, I think that we can indeed be flattered at the success of our program and how that seems to be now circulating throughout the rest of the league. I think most teams now have at least a part-time strength and conditioning coach to put their players through off-the-court strength programs. So it's very important.
I'm not going to exaggerate my importance. Without great players, you don't do anything. But then they've been taken care of. They've been, taken care of in how we travel. I mean, we travel first class, the building, and it's been a team effort. I think that's the important thing. I don't think it's any one facet. I think it's all the facets hitting all cylinders.
We'll see how those rehab efforts pay off tonight as Scottie Pippen takes the floor to a standing ovation. Tip time minutes away on WGN.
Now, Sports Illustrated gives you championship excitement you can count on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Give Me 5, the best of all 5 Bulls NBA championships, all on one video, plus this great Bulls commemorative basketball. This Bulls Super Pack is free and only available with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Don't miss the memories.
Paxson for 3.
This limited edition Bulls basketball is a 5-time winner. Both these great collectibles are free with your order of 54 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.48 an issue. Save over 57% off the cover price. For the fastest delivery of your free gifts, use your credit card. Call now and get the Ultimate Bulls Super Pack, the Great Bulls video, and the commemorative Bulls basketball, both free. The Champion Bulls and Sports Illustrated. You can't beat it.
Welcome to Digital City Chicago. It's online. And it's the place to go when you want to know virtually everything about Chicago. It's loads of information. It's reviews from people in the know. It's hearing from your friends. It's your community. It's outrageous. It's fun. And it's the best way to know more, do more, and get more out of Chicago. Digital City Chicago, chicago.digitalcity.com, and on America Online. It's virtually everything in Chicago.
There are cars that are built to appeal to your passionate side and your practical side. Chrysler Cirrus LXi. For the passionate, it has many standard luxury features that cost extra on Toyota Camry, like ABS, Air V6, leather-trimmed interior with an 8-way power driver's seat. And compared to Camry LE V6, Chrysler Cirrus is over $6,000 less. That's for your practical side. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
Bullseye, brought to you by the Stars of Chicagoland, your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Wendy's, the best hamburgers at a whole lot more. GMC, your local Chicagoland and Northern Indiana GMC dealers. Walgreens, the pharmacy America trusts. And by the Chicago Tribune Sports. In print and online, no one gets you closer to the story.
The big jungle cat, Dennis Rodman, among the group involved tonight in the game, the Bulls and Golden State Warriors. We'll send it down to Wayne and Red for the play-by-play in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about our next telecast on WGN TV for our Chicago audience. It comes up Tuesday night. Remember the game-winning shot by Vin Baker of the Sonics out in Seattle. The Bulls get a chance for revenge Tuesday at 7 here on WGN. For our national audience, it's January 29th, the Portland Trail Blazers and the Chicago Bulls. Always a good contest between those two former finalists. That one comes your way the 29th. Game time 9 o'clock. It's on the road out west, and it's right here on WGN. And that'll do it for the pregame show tonight. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoy it. We know you will. Scottie Pippen back in the building and back on the floor. Bulls and Warriors come your way next.
Guests on Bullseye receive a Zenith 20-inch TV, compliments of Zenith. Zenith, truths about television from the people that know. And a handsome piece of jewelry from Henry K. Jewelers, Third Level Water Tower Place, Chicago.
In the search for Mr. Right, you'll run into big egos.
The following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
A split on the road isn't bad, but the Bulls are still disgusted over a poor showing in Miami. They're back home in the United Center tonight, where they haven't lost since November, and feel pretty good about welcoming back an old friend. The Warriors are a team in turmoil. 1-11 before the Sprewell fiasco. They've won 6 games since the suspension, but are still at the bottom of the Pacific. Joe Smith is the marquee player for this club at 17 points a game. Tonight, the old and the new. Jordan and Joe Smith, the Bulls and Warriors next. Always a strong seller, the number 33 in Bulls red, Scottie Pippen's number. And there is a buzz here at the United Center tonight as the world champion Chicago Bulls prepare for a Saturday evening get-together with the Golden State Warriors. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Larrabee, and welcome to Bulls basketball on WGN. Well, this is the second half of a back-to-back for both of these ball clubs, but that's not really the story here tonight. No, the story is the return of an old friend. Not Johnny Red Kerr, but Scottie Pippen.
Well, I'll tell you, I was driving in the game today, Wayne, and I heard he might play. I got so excited, I almost ran into the ditch. This guy's coming back, one of the top 50 players of all time to play the game. Look at the numbers he brings with him to this game tonight.
Hey, how about the ball game last night, though? People still buzzing in the Bulls camp over that 90-89 win at New York. Had a couple of big-time veterans really stepped up.
Well, Michael with 44 points, Harper with 15. They scored all of the points in the last quarter outside of a technical foul by Steve Kerr, and they will be ready tonight again.
All right, well, it should be fun here tonight. Scottie Pippen is back with the Bulls on the floor, so the world champions are whole once again. The Bulls and the Golden State Warriors coming up from the United Center. Our spotlight is just ahead.
World Champion Chicago Bulls basketball, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. It's time to satisfy your beer tooth. It's Miller time. Your local Ford dealer. See your favorite Ford dealer with quality people, quality products. McDonald owners of Chicagoland in Northwest Indiana. Did somebody say McDonald's? Ward's, home of the official Chicago Bulls team shop. AT&T, it's all within your reach. Toyota, every day belongs to you. Make it count. Toyota, every day. And by Southwest Airlines, offering low fares and frequent flights. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
What do you get when you fly Southwest Airlines? Fun fares.
Well, you've waited so long for a fare to get so nice and low now. You really should fly.
Light up the night. Southwest Airlines fun fares are so low. Want to see that again? Now you can fly just for the fun of it.
With us, 'cause we got a lot of things to do now. You really should fly. And you'll have fun, fun, fun flying Southwest on a fun fair today. Fun, fun, flying on a fun fair today.
They sweat more. They strive to find their way on a road that few have traveled. Why? Because we took away their team jerseys and 4x4s.
All right, here comes the ride.
So you can win them in the Sprite Under the Cap game.
Howdy, fellas. Yo, where's the subway?
Nestle Crunch. It's just more fun to munch.
For all of you basketball fans who
Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr back at the United Center, and in the spotlight tonight for the Golden State Warriors, Joe Smith.
Joe Smith, a #1 draft choice a couple years ago by these guys. He's a very good offensive rebounder. He'll turn around, face-up jump shooter. If you play him physically, you chase him out towards the three-point line. Not very effective there.
Joe Smith in the spotlight tonight from Golden State. We'll be back with the starting lineups after these messages. Seven and 24, Golden State. 2 and 14 on the road. 24 and 11 for the Bulls. 17 and 1 at home. Time for the starting lineups. To the public address, Ray Clay.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First for the visiting Golden State Warriors, at one forward from Maryland, 6'10", Joe Smith. At the other forward, 6'9", out of Connecticut, Danielle Marshall. At center, 6'11", from Mississippi State, Eric Dampier. At one guard, 6'2", from Virginia Tech, Burnell Bimbo Coles. And the other guard from UC Santa Barbara, 6'6", Ryan Shaw. The Golden State Warriors are coached by PJ Carlissimo, assisted by Ron Higgins, Bob Stack, and Paul Westhead. The trainer is Tom Abdenauer.
There is Phil Jackson, and if there were any disappointed feelings on the part of Bulls fans over Scottie's early season rhetoric about never playing again for the Bulls, apparently here at the United Center at least, all is forgiven, and Scottie is back in the starting lineup. Bill Weir joins us courtside tonight. Bill, I understand you got some reaction from some folks about Scottie's return.
I certainly did, Wayne. Talked to Joe Smith right before the game. He said he heard the news and was not scared. He's the kind of guy who relishes the challenge of having a full-strength opponent and says he doesn't think he'll be able to exploit Scottie's weakness, if he has any, as far as coming back. Now, as for Dennis Rodman, check out the newest hairstyle. We're not certain, but word is speculation, at least along press row, is that those are 33s in tribute to Pippen's return. He got his hair done after today's shoot-around, so he might have known about it and went and did that. Otherwise, it's just sort of a nice leopard print, which is really stylish. Very back in vogue, Wayne.
Yes, indeed. Leopard is back in vogue, isn't it? You would know that better than we would, Bill Weir, but yes, 33 on Dennis Rodman's head. Boy, have things gone a full 180 with Dennis Rodman, the Bulls, Scottie Pippen from the days of the Bad Boys and all that.
Well, here we go. Michael welcoming Scottie back with a little bump and having a little fun here. This is it. The World Championship team is back together.
It'll be interesting to see how much Scottie Pippen plays here tonight.
Yeah, I would think they'd be very concerned about his minutes.
One thing this does do is that it gives Pippen, it breaks him in before the Bulls play Seattle on Tuesday night here in the United Center.
And before they go on that big-time West Coast trip.
Southwest Airlines overhead view of the United Center opening tip. Luke Longley for the Bulls, Eric Dampier for Golden State, and the Warriors able to control.
I guess we should mention, too, Bill Wennington on the injured list, or not playing, has the tendonitis in his right elbow.
Bimbo Cole's the first shot of the game. Jordan baseball pass to Pippen, denied by the defensive back, in this case, Bimbo Cole.
What a play that would have been opened up with, huh?
Would have brought the roof down. Dampier against Longley. Quick move baseline. Did not have a good angle.
Luke had a good game yesterday against the Knicks. He had a double-double. And listen to the crowd react to Pip just bringing the ball up the floor.
Longley with 8 to go on the shot clock. Joe Smith is there for the rebound. No score, opening minutes. And this the first quarter. Deflected out of bounds by Harper. That hot pass to the baseline, and Dampier from Shaw. Ryan Shaw, a veteran. 8 seasons in the NBA, most of them with Boston. Shaw and Coles the backcourt. Joe Smith, Dampier, and Danielle Marshall up front. That's Joe Smith. Harper on the run. Pippen pull up. Bring it up. A long two. A long two. Good news, bad news. Good news, Bulls. Bad news, you viewers with the other team. I hope. Marshall backing Pippen. Nice dish to Coles. Bimbo Coles picks off the rebound. This time Dennis controls. Pippen pull up again, blocked by Dampier. Coles on the wing. Golden State starting cold. Rodman saves to Harper. Warriors have missed their first 6 shots of the night. Bulls are 1 for 3 from the floor. 8 to go on the shot clock. Down to 3. Longley, I don't think he realizes it. Gets it off just in time. To Brian Shaw the rebound. Smith out of the floor. So Golden State now 1 for 7 from the field, and we're tied at 2.
Well, we talked about Joe Smith being a good face-up shooter, and that's what he'll do. He'll go out to the...
Scottie Pippen on the wing. A little too strong there. Coles on the run for the Warriors. They like to push it on the floor like most Western Conference teams. Danielle Marshall with a long deuce attempt, way off. Golden State shoots 40% from the field on the road, on average. Of course, they only shoot about 42% at home. Pippen a little too close on that pass to Longley. Marshall, a bad pass to Coles. Scottie Pippen got the scoring underway here tonight for the Chicago Bulls.
He did it coming up on a little fast break just inside the three-point lane. Nice shooting by Scottie, and he got the monkey off his back right away.
Didn't take very long. Pippen again has hit both field goals for the Bulls. 2 of 4 shooting from the field for Scottie Pippen. Bulls lead by 2. Dampier got inside on Longley as Luke went over the top, tried to knock that ball away, right? Dampier's first from the field, former Indiana Pacer.
When you gamble, if it works, you got it. And you start your own fast break, but if it doesn't, you could be in deep trouble.
Pippen off a screen by Harper. A little screen roll to Hart. Both teams pretty cold from the floor to begin. 4-piece were tied. Shaw. Dampier. Golden State takes the lead with 4 quick points.
They're really trying to work Scottie into the situation. Michael just touched the ball a couple times to be a passer. Just to make sure they start in their hook with that beautiful right-hand hook.
First from the field for Longley. Tied at 6. And right, it might realistically take a little bit of time to get Scottie Pippen back into the rhythm of playing in the game. Joe Smith with his second offering from the field. He has 4. I guess it takes time for Pippen to fit in with the team once again, even though he's been here for many years. But it's a different chemistry each year for a ball club, I would think. Tough shot for Michael. Gets a reprieve thanks to Luke Longley. Now they'll set something up. Off the screen by Jordan. Harper behind Longley. Marshall to Coles. Danielle Marshall tied for 10th in the NBA in rebounding, having an outstanding season. Perhaps a breakthrough year for him. 6.5 to go, first quarter. Shaw. 3 to go on the shot clock. Joe Smith. The last touched apparently by Eric Dampier, and it will belong to the Bulls when we resume. Scottie Pippen at 2 for 4 in his return thus far, and the Bulls trail by 2.
How do you catch an evil? What goes around really goes around. That passes from person to person. Beware my wrath. By touch.
Put the gun down! I'm a detective. My work is based upon evidence.
They can only survive in the bodies of others.
Haven't you done enough?
Denzel Washington, John Goodman, Donald Sutherland.
Leave my family alone.
Fallen.
But I'm still having fun.
Rated R. Starts Friday, January 16th.
Your heart's pounding, adrenaline's pumping. They light you up, and you go.
We asked some of Hollywood's hottest stuntmen to switch antiperspirants and try Degree.
What's body heat activate? Probably means when you get warm, that it starts working.
As your body heat rises, Degree releases extra protection when you need it most.
I heated up, and it cooled me down. I was on fire, and I was dry. I don't want my guys to see me sweat. This stuff kept up, even in 40-foot high fireballs. Dry as a baby.
Body heat activated Degree. Your body heat turns it on.
Why is almost everybody crying? What the heck is going on? The Miller Lite cheerleader search is over. That's what's going on. It's Laura from Ohio. It's Irene from Abilene. It's Trixie from Rhode Island. And Elaine from New Orleans.
You know, Bill Weir, when Scottie Pippen had that jumper early in this first quarter of play, brought back memories of November of '93 when Pippen returned for a long injury against Phoenix and had a wonderful ball game.
You are correct, Wayne. The Warriors predicted it, and it's coming true so far. There is precedent. Let's go back to November of 1993. Missed a month out with an injury, missed that long Western road trip, came back against Phoenix, 30 points, and that is holding true to form tonight so far. The first 2 buckets of this ball game, Wayne.
Scottie Pippen with 4 points as you get a look at some of the action against Phoenix a few years ago. And Pippen returning from a long injury, foot surgery in October, playing his first game of this season here tonight. Bulls trail by 2, almost halfway through first quarter. Pippen against Marshall. 5 to go on the shot clock. It's in the hands of Jordan for 2. Cole's on the run for the Warriors. Shaw enters to Dampier. Quick move to the baseline side on Longley that time, and Luke able to knock it down. Golden State and Chicago both off cold here tonight. A combined 7 for 24. 10 to go on the shot clock in this possession. Longley trying. So turnover for the Bulls, and Golden State gets it back, and we continue to sit on an 8-6 Golden State lead. 3 turnovers for Chicago. This is Shaw. Marshall. Daniel Marshall. It's his first from the field. Golden State's lead is 4. MJ clears to Luke Longley. Shaw the rebound, and the Warriors come back the other way, leading by 4. Tony Kukoc, who missed last night's game due to the effects of the flu, is ready to report on here tonight. 7 to go on the clock. Marshall. Knocked out of bounds, and apparently on the same attempt, Joe Smith was on the baseline. So it belonged to Chicago. Scottie Pippen gets a break, and Tony Kukoc comes on.
So Pip got, what, about 7.5 minutes here. About 7.5 minutes. He leaves his score, his team trailing 10-6. He has 4 points, and now let's see if the Bulls go back a little more familiar, specifically this season.
through his hands, picked off by Marshall. This is Coles. Joe Smith, a catch and shoot. The shooting continues poor. Bulls have been sitting on 6 points for quite some time in this first quarter. Under 4 minutes to go. Shaw in the shirt of Jordan. He fouled. Basket will not count, according to Ron Gerritsen. At Middleton, Ron Gerritsen, Dean Cantor are the officials here tonight. Shaw picks up his first personal. Jordan. Here's Kukoc. Slashing into traffic, draws contact in the foul. Dampier met him and picks up his first.
Tony drives in. He was going to throw it up, pass it off, but once he got hit, get it up and shoot two. So Decanter, this would be, it should be a little bit sloppy game for the Bulls, and not because of Pip coming back to this game and them getting used to it. This is the fourth game for the Bulls in 5 days. It took a lot of traveling in between. They went from Miami to New York after the Boston game here at home, and then back here 2 o'clock in the morning they get in. So it should be a little bit of a sloppy game, but you would think the Bulls will be able to work the bugs out here shortly as Tony Kukoc hits a couple.
Bulls are off to a 3 for 12 start from the field in this first quarter. But they only trail by 2. Marshall on the block against Kukoc. Marshall turned baseline and unable to hit with the right hand.
So 4 points apiece by Marshall, Joe Smith, and Eric Dampier.
Nice entry into Randy Brown. Michael Jordan with a beautiful pass. MJ yet to score.
He got it up in last night's game.
Oh, didn't he? 29 in the second half in New York. Smith was fouled by Rodman. You know, Michael said after the game last night, he said, I could feel it. I was in that rhythm. And that he was. 44 points against the Knicks last night for Michael Jordan. He is yet to score here tonight, but nonetheless, the Bulls trail by just 2 with under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter of Scottie Pippen's season.
What's the matter? I win! Coming through! I win! I win!
If you like winning, play the Illinois Lottery's big game. With 9 ways to win and an average of 100,000 Illinois winners every week, you gotta like your chances.
The winning number is 11.
I win again!
The Mega Million Dollar Big Game. Play to win.
They come from all over for the most agonizing test of endurance motorsports has to offer. The heavyweight championship of off-road racing, the legendary Baja 1000. Mile after mile of unforgiving terrain that can send even the toughest truck to an early grave, which means it can really be murder on a battery. That's why more drivers who tackle the Baja rely on the Duralast battery than any other. The same Duralast we stock at AutoZone. The Duralast battery. Power you can depend on.
So, he really plays in them?
Yeah, Mark Brunell in the Nike Air Marauder.
Almost took him all the way last year.
A scrambler like him needs some real traction to make the plays he does.
Kerry Collins has the same shoes too, right?
You bet. He took him right past San Fran and through cowboy country. Incoming.
Nobody gets you closer to the game than Foot Locker, where it all begins.
Hey fans, on Tuesday, January 13th, and the Bulls battle the Seattle Supersonics. It's Miller Genuine Draft T-shirt night. The first 10,000 adults 21 and over entering the United Center will receive a handsome Bulls T-shirt compliments of Miller Genuine Draft. Well, John, I've been mentioning that Michael Jordan yet to score here tonight, but that doesn't mean he hasn't had an effect on this game here tonight.
Absolutely. Here's a great pass. He catches the ball way out underneath. He hits Randy Brown, who goes up with the layup. You're right. His impact is always just being on the floor. So Dennis Rodman commits the first foul, and Joe Smith will go to the free throw line.
Joe Smith last night in Detroit, 16 points on 7 of 12 from the field, 7 rebounds in 33 minutes.
Joe Smith, not exactly a world famous name for an athlete, except I think some of the guys I played with used to check in at a hotel under that name.
Oh, they did. I wonder why. Can you explain further? Hey, John, remember the code of the road, huh? What you see here, say here, do here. Let it stay here. Jordan on the drive to reverse. Felton Spencer just checked on for Golden State.
Michael made that shot last night, didn't he, in the garden?
Oh, he did. Brought the house down. Rodman tips it out of bounds. It'll belong to Golden State. 13 to go on the shot clock. There's the 33. I thought when I first saw that, I thought it was a G for Green Bay, but it's not. Those are 3.
I have car seats just like that. Randy Brown with the steal. Over Delk. Up he goes. Oh, he missed it. He went to dunk it, and he missed his shot. And now he's down holding it. Well, they think he's all right there. A 3-point field goal by Delk. He comes back, and Randy's limping a little bit on that left ankle.
Yeah, he little gimpy leg, and Chip Schaefer over to have a look.
I don't know if it just gave out on him or what. Let's take a look at it. He gets the steal. He makes the steal over here on Delk. Now he continues on down. He starts to take off. And I don't know if he just missed it or when he came down. They couldn't get the lift off of his left leg, but on the way, he's got to go out.
Yeah, it looked like John on the drive. He didn't get really good lift.
Good elevation on it, yeah. And normally he'll go up and just hammer the shot home. So he takes his shoe off and walks back with Chip Schaefer. And in the meantime, Delk come down the other way on a mismatch 4-on-5 and hit the 3-point field goal.
Let's pause here while they take care of Randy Brown for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN, Chicago.
Steve Kerr inserted into the lineup in place of the injured Brown. The Bulls resume offensively. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Been a low-scoring quarter. Off the weave, Kudoc left it short. Tough shot. Felton Spencer clears.
One thing is for sure, the Bulls are not going to get all the rebounds they think they're going to get against this team. Now, this is the toughest rebounding team in the league right now. The Bulls are second, but the Bulls are the third best offensive rebounding team. So if the ball goes up, they got a good chance of coming down with it.
Daniel Marshall now has 6 points. It's 19-10 Golden State. Minute and a half to go in the quarter. Jordan. Rodman picks off the board. Kerr spot up. Dennis again knocked away from behind by Shaw. They've got a foul ball.
A little delayed, but Dennis grabbed a couple rebounds that time, and Shaw picks up his second foul.
Talked about rebounding, Red, and you're right. This is a very strong rebounding team. Now, part of the reason they get all those rebounds is because they miss a lot of shots.
Right.
But nonetheless, they can fetch the ball.
Yeah, and they do a good job on the offensive glass. Keep it up. Joe Smith is a very good offensive rebounder. That was one of his strong suits when he came in the league. Now they're mopping up a few wet areas. Well, you know, our good friend Derek Dickey is watching tonight in Sacramento. Derek, we wish you the best. I know.
Absolutely.
We pass along happy birthday to Sally Simons. And you know we're only visiting Sacramento. You'll be back home here where you live in Chicago shortly.
All the best, Derek. Smith denied that feed. It'll belong to the Bulls. 17 to go on the shot clock. Randy Brown getting his ankle retaped. He probably will be back in, I would imagine. The looks of it. Middleton ready. Dennis Rodman. Dennis wasn't looking. Perhaps a little sheepish grin on Dennis's face there.
I'm glad he threw it high.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my. Tony looking to deal on Marshall. Felton Spencer has done stalwart work off the board since coming into the game.
But MJ hasn't scored here in the first quarter. Again, I thought it would be a little sloppy with the Bulls. You know, like I said, 4 games in 5 days. Illegal defense.
Felton Spencer came out, and they called the illegal defense on Luke Longley as Spencer vacated the post area, and Longley did not follow him to the spot on the perimeter. I mentioned Felton Spencer, 3 rebounds since coming into the game. Thomas in the lineup now for Golden State. Carl Thomas. Delp leaves that one short, and Longley rebounds.
They wanted to go 2 for 1, but I don't know if they'll get a chance.
Michael trying to make it happen.
That's his first basket, and the Bulls now have 12 points in this quarter, 19-12.
3 seconds different shot clock to game clock. That is the game clock you see in the right-hand corner of your screen. Delp against Kerr. Smith on the wing. Nice look to Felton Spencer. Screen roll. Well done by the Warriors. They lead again by 9. First quarter coming to a close. Jordan for 3. Headed online. Just a bit short. Scottie Pippen returned to the Bulls lineup in this first quarter here tonight. He had 4 points. It is the high point band in the game for the Bulls, but they trail at the end of one, 21-12 at the United Center. You're watching the Bulls on WGN.
My dream's in Nashville, but my heart's in Texas.
Sounds like a country song.
I was on musician's pay when I first got started. The Southwest got me to Nashville and back every month. Heck, they even inspired me to record my first hit.
Window seat, 30,000 feet above the ground.
It is a country song.
You are now free to move about the country.
Do I hear 2,000 for a date with supermodel Jennifer? 2,000.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals?
Sold to number 10 for $2,000.
Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue #1. So don't send the wrong signals. Get Selsun Power.
Honey, we won. Huh? A Sony Home Entertainment Center, a Lazy Boy recliner, and $500 for a party.
Snickers is giving away the living room of your dreams. Or nightmares.
What'd we win?
Oh, nothing.
Snickers. Why wait? Win something.
What's your night?
Sony Trinitron. Sony DVD video. Awesome!
It's one of the many combinations that can make great things happen in your home.
Next?
Any way you put it together, it's maximum television. Only from Sony.
Think you're getting the best shave? Take the Sensor XL Challenge. No other razor has Sensor XL's microfins for extra protection. It's the safest way to the closest shave. Take the Sensor XL Challenge. We bet you won't go back.
Write down the Bulls' high score and his point total in tonight's game along with your name, address, and phone and send it to WGN. You could win round-trip tickets on Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
Charitable sends out a big thank you to Kemper Funds, who donates $25 for every Bulls block shot. McDonald's, who donates $25 for every Bulls slam dunk. And to CNA Insurance, who donates $15 for every Bulls steal. AT&T first quarter stats. Get a look at them here in a moment as we start the second quarter at the United Center. 5 for 21 for the Bulls. Boy, as cold as the temperature outside the UC. Steve Kerr warms things up with the first field goal of the second quarter.
Well, it says on a stat sheet the lowest first quarter point total this season, 14 versus Miami, but we get 11 versus Boston in the opener.
Off the mark on the shot from the outside by Thomas. The Bulls set up. Joe Klein in the game for the Bulls. Kerr running hard off that screen by Klein. Campy trying to keep it alive. Good goes to Pippen. Now here's what the Bulls normally have is their second unit on the floor with Scottie Pippen at the start of the second quarter. So Phil Jackson getting back to more of a familiar rotation of players with this ball club now with Pippen activated. Flying around Spencer off balance. Wow, if that goes.
Oh, man. Look at Joe. Look over the bench. Yeah, this is one of my repertoire. But I'm saving that one.
What was Joe singing in New York? If I could play here, I could play anywhere. Madison Square Garden in the shoot-around yesterday. He's a funny man, Joe.
Yes, he is.
10 seconds ago for Golden State. Hey, familiar face into the lineup. Dickie Simpkins, former Chicago Bulls #1 draft choice.
And he goes against a guy he was vying for playing time with. So it's Caffey and Simpkins. And
Dickie on a championship banner or two. 6 to go on the clock. Simpkins goes to work on Caffey. Carl Thomas. Nice move inside on Pippen that time for Thomas. 23-16 Golden State. Pippen clears. Way too strong in that one. And it's going to belong to Chicago. Last touch by Golden State.
Very smooth move by Joe Klein here.
Oh, yeah.
Comes across. Dip, 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 dip. But watch the touch of a surgeon. It's going in, Joe. You knew it.
Yeah, but the patient didn't.
It started off like the touch of a blacksmith and went in like the touch of a surgeon.
Yes, exactly. I think there was more blacksmith in that shot than surgeon. Here's Tony. Nice move, Kukoc. 23-18, the lead is 5 for the Warriors. Simpkins got inside on Caffey and then traveled as Joe Klein came over to meet him. Changes galore for both teams in the second quarter, Red. They both played last night. The Warriors losing 101-72 at Detroit. The Bulls extended by the Knicks in New York, winning 90-89 last night.
Well, that was a tough game last night, but I still say this is the 4th game in 5 days, and that's what really makes it drag out.
That's the residual effect you're
talking about. The last 2 games were against teams that hammer you. Detroit was not quite the team that hammered you.
Kerr pull up, and Steve Kerr hits a second from the field, Red, and he's been struggling of late. Good to see him get off the schneid. 2 for 4 now shooting from the field. Bulls trail by 3. Quick move on Joe Klein that time by Eric Dampier, and Klein guilty of the push.
It's only the second foul of the game. Rodman.
Well, we have not been bogged down with fouls in this game at all yet tonight. Knock on wood, or for Micah, as is the case in front of me here. Coles elevates. Tony Kukoc. Uh-oh, the lob off the mark intended for Jason Caffey. Threw it behind him. Jason went as high as he could for that one, but not even that guy could have gotten that pass. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
They've been generous in turning the ball over 5 times, but they've only given up a couple of points off that.
10 to go for Golden State. This is Dampier. Double down from Pippen. Danielle Marshall around Kukoc. Marshall now with 8 points in the ball game for Golden State. Marshall 4 of 6 shooting from the field. Kukoc on the drive to the left hand. Nicely done by Tony Kukoc. He has 6.
Well, look, right now, the Bulls have on the floor something that they have not had the first part of the season. And that's you've got 2 guys that can really help you. Dickie taps it up with the left hand. But you got 2 guys that can help you move the ball now. You got Pippen and Tony in the lineup.
2 guys who can break down a defense on the dribble. Not only move the ball in the passing game, but break down a team. Camping against Simpkins. Simpkins rebounds. Coles around Pippen. Marshall.
Yes, nicely run. 10 points for Danielle Marshall.
Post lane runner is what they call that. Straight down the middle. So the Warriors back on top by 7. They have led pretty much throughout this ball game. Klein gets the spot up.
Big Joe with a couple hoops here.
Klein able to get it off just before Dampier got there. 5-point lead, Golden State. Coles and Thomas in the backcourt for the Warriors. Marshall, Dampier, and Simpkins up front. Marshall stopped by Caffey. 5 to go, down to 4. 3-pointer by Bimbo Coles.
You know, some guys are going to shoot 3-pointers when they look at their opponent's feet. They're out behind it. They just look down and up they go with it. That's their second 3 of the game.
6.5 to go, second quarter. And the lead again. Up to 8 points. Jason had it knocked away. Can't be able to recover. Pico, some time winding down to the shot clock.
You don't get second shots against this team too often.
No, they do a good job off the defensive board. You're right. Marshall, an open look. And boy, when he's been open, he's buried everything he has touched. Marshall, 12.6 of 9 shooting from the field, and he has fueled the Golden State Warriors to a 10-point advantage over the Chicago Bulls just about halfway through the second.
Look at him. A Laker at 18.
So you got your own shoe, huh? So this kid's playing in the NBA.
So you won the slam dunk contest. Just believe in yourself.
Look, can't you be more efficient? Just keep it simple, okay?
Relax, pal. You're making me nervous. You need Office Max, the office product superstore with guaranteed low prices on over 7,000 office products.
Folks, we'll be delayed till storms in the Chicago.
Don't sweat it, pal. You can save time and money at Office Max. Hey, are you gonna eat those? And don't forget about Copy Max. It's another way to save time and money for all your digital printing and copying needs. Office Max. We go to the max for you.
Charles Bronson is Shaq Murphy.
Murphy!
A renegade cop out to clear his name.
Someone's framed me for 3 murders.
Charles Bronson. He doesn't break the law. He makes the law. Murphy's Law.
Tonight at 10:30 on WGN.
On Sunday, January 18th, when the Bulls battle the Houston Rockets, it's All-State Lunchbox Day. First 5,000 kids, 14 and under, entering the United Center will receive a Bulls Lunchbox compliments of All-State. Well, it's been the Danielle Marshall show here in the second quarter, Red.
Right, 18 points out of the 2 forwards, but Danielle Marshall runs the floor well, gets a nice little feed from Bimbo Coles, and then he's going to just spot up on the left side. As Coles brings it down, nobody to pick him up. Lets it fly. Good.
Back live. Bulls in possession. Jordan over Carl Thomas. Second from the field from Michael. He has 4. 8-point lead, Golden State. Joe Smith elevates. Rodman tracks down to the open floor and then throws it away. Dickie Simpkins tipped it away from Ron Harper. Golden State's been a little bit quicker here tonight. Obviously, they were blown out in Auburn Hills by the Pistons last night. Did not have to extend themselves. Dampier across the lane. And as Red mentioned, no excuse, just a fact. The Bulls playing their 4th game of the week. Warriors by 10. Jordan again on Thomas to the fall away once again. Coles rebounds. He sure did. A lean in by Simpkins, not there.
Don't get the ball off the glass.
This is going to be, as you've been mentioning, a tough team to rebound against Golden State here tonight. Coles penetrates. Joe Smith. Tough angle for Smith, well under the basket. Pippen pull up three. Just a bit strong. Most of Scottie's shots have been strong here tonight. Here's Smith. Pippen was set. Offensive foul, Joe Smith.
Good play, transition defense by Pip down to get in front of the man charging on in. Joe Smith going straight to the hoop, and Pip just gets himself body position in front of him. Waits. Good play.
You notice he was outside that dotted line under the basket. Dean Cantor made that call.
But they're playing Michael one-on-one.
They didn't double him, have they?
No, and then they're making sure they go get the ball up the board. Michael can't get it, but Dennis takes a swat. Now Michael goes up. Knocks it in.
Jordan has 6 points in the ball game tonight. On 2 of 9, make it to 3 of 10 shooting from the field. Carl Thomas. This is deep here.
Dickey with a good rebound. Couldn't put it in. There's Dickey up again. Park rips the ball away from him.
Coming up in 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Harper in transition. Pippen open on the wing. Pull up three. Bring it up.
Pip's first three of the night. And that's what they miss, a little extra long distance, and they'll call a timeout and talk it over.
7 points for Scottie Pippen on 3 of 7 shooting from the field. He is the high point man in the game for the Bulls. They trail by 5.
Stampede tomorrow night, 2 a.m.
Nestle Crunch. It's just more fun to munch.
Your money. Investing it should get you somewhere. So you put your money in mutual funds. How do they invest it? At Janus, they dig deep. They like to visit the company before they buy the stock. They interview customers, suppliers, employees. Looking that closely turns up the most promising places to invest your money. That's how you get there. Janus No-Load Mutual Funds.
Rebounds and points have been hard to come by for the Bulls, and Scottie Pippen just teed up a tray off transition, Red.
Yes, he did. He's going to wait for it here as Harp goes in. And, you know, they moved the line back this year, but that is the same as it was a year ago from there. So Pip likes that short distance one. Look at this. Where the line was big time, he shot 32%. Then they changed it last year, 37%, a little bit better. But that angle he shot at there, Wayne, that's the way it's been.
Right off the elbow.
So we're used to that now. Nice job by Pip. He's made a couple long shots and one off the glass, and he leads the club with 7 points. And not only that, but he's getting his team back in here a little bit.
Bulls down by 5. Under 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Marshall. Pulls. Longley backhands Pippen. They got a 3-on-1.
Michael Pippen. Nice job, 9 points. And this is what they missed. Get the rebound, push it up, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and he'll take it all himself. The luxury was he had Michael running hard on the right side.
Smith lost the handle on the dribble. Dampier there to collect. 4 to go on the shot clock. Joe Smith, if he is left unattended, will hit that shot almost every time.
But the Bulls have chased him out. We talked about that in a highlight. They've chased him out further, and he'll shoot that ball facing up.
Jordan looking to back Shaw. Rodman battling Smith. Great play by Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman going out, throwing that body up in the air and getting it back to his leader. And now it's a little more like old time, 17 points between Mike and Scottie.
And the lead down to 3 for Golden State. The thing about Rodman playing Joe Smith defensively is that Smith has a tendency to take Rodman out from under the boards. Shaw, with time winding down on the shot clock, buries a 3.
Well, each one of their guards at play have knocked down a 3. Tony Delk got one. Brian Shaw, now Bimbo has one.
Steal by Coles. It'll belong to Chicago. PJ Carlissimo. It's been a struggle for his ball club, with or without Latrell Sprewell. Blocked by Dampier. Jordan able to collect.
Now remember, time is running out here a little bit.
Down to 3. Jordan connects. Michael heating up now, John. He's got 8 points in the second quarter, 10 in the game. And that's on.
Everybody would rush a shot like that. He just looked at the clock, knew it was running down, said, I've been here before.
Coles. Marshall hustles the board. Traveling the call.
He thought he was going to go to the free throw line. What? Travel? What?
The expression on his face.
He cheered the call. He says, good call.
PJ Carlissimo, the former Seton Hall coach. Steve Kerr's back into the lineup for the Bulls. They've gone small now in their lineup as Luke Longley has a seat on the bench.
Rodman with 8 rebounds, but they're exactly the same in rebounding, 23 apiece, 8.9 seconds.
Jordan, Harper, and Kerr, 3-guard offense, and then Kukoc and Pippen up front. Time winding down in the half, and Scottie unable to get it off. But a positive start for Scottie Pippen. 9 points in the second quarter, in this first half of play. And he has helped, along with 10 points from Michael Jordan, to keep the Bulls in this ballgame. The Warriors started fairly sharp here tonight in the first half. They lead at halftime 41-37. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming up next.
Good evening, I'm Jackie Bang. Tonight on WGN News, after the Bulls, a baby is abducted from Cook County Hospital. Tonight, the latest on the search for the missing child and his mother. Plus, Chicago is gripped by a bitter cold snap. When will it end? And we have got complete live postgame of Scottie Pippen's return to the court tonight after the Bulls game.
I'm not here to play a game or to see if you can spell horse. I came to take it to the hole and bury you in it. And if you got a problem with that, good. We'll get along just fine. Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Honey, we won. Huh? A Sony Home Entertainment Center, Lazy Boy recliner, and $500 for a party.
Snickers is giving away the living room of your dreams. Or nightmares.
What'd we win?
Oh, nothing.
Snickers. Why wait? Win something.
What's your night? So, he really plays in them?
Yeah, Mark Brunell in the Nike Air Marauder.
Almost took them all the way last year.
A scrambler like him needs some real traction to make the plays he does.
Kerry Collins has the same shoes too, right?
You bet. He took them right past San Fran and through cowboy country. Incoming.
Nobody gets you closer to the game than Foot Locker, where it all begins.
I want boom, dot, boom, boom. Why do you want to look at my Discover card statement? It's mine. I live in New York City. Of course, I love the theater. Bring in the noise. You know, it's my favorite show. I go there as often as I can, trying to steal another step. And my kids want me to be more risky. Come to Garçon stuff is, you know, it's risky. I want a cashback bonus.
How many credit cards make a statement like that? It pays to Discover. Accepted where you see the Novus sign.
World Champion Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by Miller Lite, who reminds you that anything can happen at Miller time. By the Discover card, it pays to discover, accepted where you see the Novus sign. And by Southwest Airlines, offering low fares and frequent flights. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
Scottie Pippen is back, but the Bulls trailed Golden State by 4 at the half at the UC. Welcome to our halftime report here on WGN TV. I'm Rich King, and on this night of Scottie Pippen's return, 8 games on the board in the NBA, Scottie's old pal, Horace Grant, and the Magic home against the Boston Celtics. Rick Pitino not happy after a loss at home last night, and he saw some nifty passing by Bo Outlaw here, who finds Horace down low for the stuff. The Celtics down 8-0 before they got going. Mount Carmel's Antoine Walker goes long range for 3 down at the Arena tonight. There's the update on that game. It's Magic 73-60 now in the fourth quarter. Meantime, the Nets hosting the Timberwolves tonight, and things began with a bang for the former Illini star Kendall Gill. He pulls up for a 3 right here and gets it down. But the T-Wolves come back and respond with a backdoor play. Kevin Garnett, the backdoor to Stephon Marbury. The Wolves trying for a back-to-back wins after beating Portland last night. And on the board, you see 85-80 Timberwolves that game now in the fourth quarter also. And up next, the Big Ten's Illinois teams battle it out. So stay with us for that coming up after this.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Captain's name is Ramius.
He announced his intention to fire his missiles on the United States.
He wants to defect. The hunt is on.
Give the man a chance.
The hunt for Red October.
Thursday night at 7 on WGN.
Come on! What's the matter?
If you like winning, play the Illinois Lottery's big game. 9 ways to win. You gotta like your chances.
Coming through! I win!
If you like winning, play the Illinois Lottery's big game. The game with an average of 100,000 Illinois winners every week.
Somebody had the idea of hanging hubcaps from the ceiling, and we thought,
Hey! Why not?
Mexican food is fun. We thought the restaurant should be fun too. We only open Chuy's in cities where Southwest Airlines flies. The fares are low, so we can afford to go back and forth.
From Chuy's to Chuy's to Chuy's.
And if you're interested, hubcaps do fit in the overhead bin.
You are now free to move about the country.
Look at him. Electric at 18.
So you got your own shoe, huh?
So this kid's playing in the NBA. So you're one slam dunk contest.
Just believe in yourself.
Jerry, there's too much clutter. Let me know when you've changed.
Change. I'll start with change. Everybody parks, everybody wins.
Whoa.
Keep the change.
Dear Kristen, I've changed.
One stamp, please. I know I got it. Oh!
One stamp.
Even at the post office, you can do more with the American Express card.
You can keep all of this.
Sony Trinitron. Sony surround sound. Cool.
It's one of the many combinations that can make great things happen in your home.
Next?
Any way you put it together, it's maximum television. Only from Sony.
Welcome back, and now a brief look at college hoops. The big game in the area tonight up at Welsh Ryan Arena in Evanston, Illinois against Northwestern. The Wildcats at 1-1 in the conference, but they got off to a very slow start. Aaron Molnar finally gets a layup for the Wildcats, who are down by 5 at this point, but the Illini at 2-0 in the Big Ten respond. The jumper coming up here from Kevin Turner. Illinois led by 8 at the half as they battle in Evanston tonight. Illinois up on top 43-31 that game now in the late going, and 7 minutes to go at the Welsh Ryan Arena. Okay, we'll go back to the UC after a break. Stay with us after the game. Dan Rowan is live with the Bulls post-game and a complete reaction to Scottie Pippen's return, and we'll see you then.
World Champion Chicago Bulls basketball, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft, who reminds you it's time for a good old macro brew. Your local Ford dealer. See your favorite Ford dealer with quality people, quality products. McDonald owners of Chicagoland in Northwest Indiana. Did somebody say McDonald's? Ward's, home of the official Chicago Bulls team shop. Ameritech, in a world of technology, people make the difference. Toyota, every day belongs to you. Make it count. Toyota, every day. And by Southwest Airlines, offering low fares and frequent flights. Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
Introducing the new Miller Lite Super Bowl cheer chair.
No, Bubba, not now. Come on, Bubba, get out of the way. Come on, Bubba, gee whiz.
It's really comfortable.
Bubba, the game.
And it's the best way to watch the game.
Yes, way to go.
Pick up an order form wherever you buy Miller Lite.
With all this action, you can't possibly catch all the hits, jams, shots, and slams. But we catch it all. Instant replay, Sunday at 9:40 on WGN.
Think you're getting the best shave? Take the Sensor XL Challenge. No other razor has Sensor XL's microfins for extra protection. It's the safest way to the closest shave. Take the Sensor XL Challenge. We bet you won't go back.
For all of you basketball fans who are into statistics, so far the NBA and the Fannie Mae Foundation have hit 435,000 boards, thrown up 300,000 bricks, made 90,000 assists, and with the help of a 10-foot stepladder, reached a goal slightly higher than the basket. The NBA and the Fannie Mae Foundation, America's home team.
Nestle Crunch. It's just more fun to munch.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals? Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue #1. So don't send the wrong signals. Get Selsun Power.
Back at the United Center in Chicago, halftime. Well, Scottie Pippen came back in the first half, but the Golden State Warriors played pretty well in that first half, and they have the lead over the Chicago Bulls. Wayne Larrabee along with Johnny Red Kerr.
Well, Wayne, the Bulls only scored 12 points in that first quarter. They came back with 25. It looks like they're getting their legs a little bit. We figured it'd be kind of sloppy, and we had a couple highlights. Hey, let's take a look at Scottie Pippen's first basket of the 1997, but he gets it in 98. Season. And then, of course, they kick it back out here, and this guy has done a great job for him. Daniel Marshall.
Take a look at the numbers, and boy, 39% shooting from the field. Much of that problem happening in the first quarter. And Golden State, when they've had their opportunities at the arc, have done the job. That one three-pointer by Scottie Pippen for the Bulls. We'll be back with the start of the second half of tonight's game coming up after these messages.
Look, can't you be more efficient? Just keep it simple, okay?
Relax, pal. You're making me nervous. You need Office Max, the office product superstore with guaranteed low prices on over 7,000 office products.
Folks, we'll be delayed till storms in the Chicago.
Don't sweat it, pal. You can save time and money at Office Max. Hey, are you gonna eat those? And don't forget, Office Max carries a huge selection of brand name furniture for every home or office. Office Max, we go to the max for you.
Your heart's pounding, adrenaline's pumping.
They light you up, and you go.
We asked some of Hollywood's hottest stuntmen to switch antiperspirants and try Degree.
What's body heat activate? Probably means when you get warm, that it starts working.
As your body heat rises, Degree releases extra protection when you need it most.
I heated up, and it cooled me down.
I was on fire, and I was dry.
I don't want my guys to see me sweat. This stuff kept up, even in 40-foot high fireballs. Dry as a baby.
Body heat activated Degree. Your body heat turns it on.
How about this? Waited 76 years. Better late than never, and that's that young lady's first Bulls game. I hope she's enjoying it. Boy, what a night she picked to come see the Bulls. Scottie Pippen's return, his first game of this 1997-98 season. Take a look at the Ward leading scores. Now let's take a look at some of the action. Daniel Marshall running the post lane that time. And now your Ward leading scores. I told you we'd get to it. Daniel Marshall. Scottie Pippen, there's a little bit of a discrepancy here at press row. We're not sure if it's 9 or 11 points. I think they will probably revise that. But the Pippen shot chart, take a look at it. And Pippen hitting from all over, especially a couple of shots near the arc. And we go to Bill Weir, who's standing by with Frank Hamlin. Bill?
That's right, Coach. Looks like the 4-game week was starting to take its toll a little bit. A little sluggish, was that the case?
Well, we thought we'd be a little sluggish coming out. 4 games in 5 nights and traveling all around. And we've had guys in and out with the flu. But you know, it's time to get it on. You know, like the last thing I wrote in my scouting report is, you know, let's get going right from the start. Let's not come in here and let things go and then flip the switch and expect to win the game. And so far, that's what we have to do. That's what we've done. So now we got to get it going. We got to put a little motion in our game here for the next 24 minutes.
Is Scottie fitting right back in?
Yeah, no question about it. I believe he has 9 points and has hit a 3, and you know, it's the same old Scottie. And I think, you know, maybe our other guys are trying to adjust to him at this particular point.
Good luck in the second half, Frank. Okay, Wayne.
Thank you, Bill. Well, they check the numbers on Scottie Pippen. He will stay with the 11 points in the first half. And take a look at the 4 upcoming games for the Bulls Tuesday night against Seattle. Chicago area viewers only on that game. 7 o'clock start. Thursday night at Philadelphia. Then Friday night against Milwaukee. Chicago area viewers only once again there. The Bullseye starts at 7 o'clock. And Sunday, the Houston Rockets and the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls start the 3rd quarter. Harper, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, and Longley on the floor.
Bulls have been great at home, 17-1. It's only the 2nd time that they've started at halftime behind.
Only the 2nd time all season. Pip, 3. Rebound claimed by Brian Shaw. Golden State with Bimbo Coles and Brian Shaw in the backcourt. Smith and Marshall as the forwards, and Dampier is the center. Dampier on the block. Likes to make that turn to the baseline. Joe Smith makes it good.
They get an offensive rebound and tap it back in.
Quick entry to Dennis Rodman. Good ball movement. Gets Luke Longley an open look. Second for the field. 4 for Longley. Warriors lead it by 4. The opening minute of the third quarter. Dampier double down from Harper. Nice feed over to Bimbo Coles, who comes back with the left hand. How did he get that? Jordan's ball away. MJ with 12 on 6 of 14 shooting.
Well, they've gone down every time now to Dampier.
And right in recent weeks, this is what they've been doing with their offense, running it through Dampier. And apparently stepped on the line.
We'll go this way.
Strange look on the face of P.J. Carlissimo. Credulous look. Longley. Finds Michael.
Get bumped on the arm,
but he did. No call, though.
Nobody went to the free throw line here.
Bimbo Coles. These two teams starting the second half like they did the first half. Rather cool from the field. Michael gets the step met by Dampier, and that time it's a foul.
And he'll go to the free throw line now. Michael takes the ball down the lane. Dampier comes over in front of him. Commits a foul, so Michael will shoot 2 free throws. Tony Kukoc is the only other guy that's been to the free throw line for the Bulls. Made a pair in the first quarter. Michael short with that, and around the iron and out.
So Jordan's second upcoming. There's Phil Jackson. Eric Dampier, who tried to block that shot by Jordan, averages almost 2 blocked shots per game for this Warriors team. And Michael 1 out of 2 at the line now has 13 points. So the Bulls have outscored the Warriors 5-4 here at the outset of the third quarter. Pressure in the backcourt by Chicago.
That's what got them really back in the game last night, didn't it?
It did. It pressured the Knicks guards and forced them into some bad decisions. Chicago basketball here on the deflection out of bounds. Warriors lead is 3. Jordan making moves on Shaw. Marshall to Coles. Coles had to not only thread through the Bulls defense, but his own players as well. 10 to go on the shot clock for Golden State. Marshall trying to clear on the block, and Pippen won't let him. 3 to go, down to 2. They're not going to get a shot off. Nope. Shot clock violation, Golden State. P.J. Carlissimo, is that a quizzical look on his face? I don't know. Turnovers, 8 for Golden State, 7 for the Bulls. Warriors have been turnover prone at 18 turnovers a game. Off the ball, Ron Gerritsen as a call as Jordan trying to get the baseline. And the foul is on Shaw, his 3rd personal for Golden State. Fresh shot clock for the Bulls. Rodman on the trigger. Now Jordan over Shaw.
Well, the Bulls get that. Once they miss the shot, it's all over. There's just nothing but the visiting jerseys going after the ball. got everybody back. He's got Cole rebounding. He's got Shaw. Everybody back. Rodman got knocked out of bounds on that last play.
Smith misses, trying to corral the offensive rebound, and the foul coming up on the Bulls. Loose ball foul, and Luke Longley is first. You're right, John. I mean, if you take a look at it, Shaw and Coles, the two guards, have combined for 8 rebounds between them. So you're right. PJ's committing a lot of players, a lot of bodies to that glass. Golden State has the advantage on the boards. Dennis Rodman had a season-low 7 rebounds last night at New York. Smith way up on that shot. Joe want to measure that once again. He needed a few more inches. Just under 8 minutes to go in the third. Boy, things have bogged down here.
Somebody's illegal somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Luke Longley's way out here. I don't see anybody out there with him. And finally,
Michael with a good screen. Michael with a great screen on Smith. He grabbed them both hands. Carlissimo is really irate up and down the sideline. Beautiful play. If you don't let the referee see that.
The hold by Jordan allows Longley the easy deposit. 1-point lead for Golden State. Bulls deny the post pass. Now they get it inside again. This time Longley and Jordan converge, and Luke picks up the foul. His second. Timeout called by Golden State. PJ Carlissimo pleading his case, but to no avail. Michael Jordan with 3 points in the third quarter, 4 points for Luke Longley, and the Bulls are closing the gap.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, King of Warriors. Sondel Bergman, Queen of Thieves. United in a quest to conquer James Earl Jones and the evil Mountain of Power. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Barbarian.
Sunday at 4 on WGN.
Didn't come here to play a game or to find out if you can spell horse. I came to take away your toys and put you to bed. And if you don't like that, good. Nice to know we speak the same language. Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Honey, we won. Huh? A Sony Home Entertainment Center, a Lazy Boy recliner, and $500 for a party.
Snickers is giving away the living room of your dreams.
Ah.
Or nightmares.
What'd we win? Oh, nothing.
Snickers. Why wait? Win something.
What's your night?
On Tuesday, January 13th, when the Bulls battle the Seattle Supersonics, it's Miller Genuine Draft T-shirt night. First 10,000 adults, 21 and over, entering the United Center will receive a Bulls T-shirt. Compliments of Miller Genuine Draft. Well, there's the Bull and his addition to tonight's proceedings. Luke Longley got a similar deposit moments ago, set up by Michael Jordan. Red.
Southwest Airline overhead cam. Watch Michael down. Now here's Michael setting the screen at the center. Now here he is. He goes up. Oh, can you free your big center with that kind of a play? I guess.
You can if they let you latch out and hold, and they did on that case. It's a good screen if you get away with it, and Michael got away with it.
Bulls 1. Go ahead.
45-44. Warriors lead it down to 1. Golden State ball. Step out. What did you step inbounds on the inbounds pass, I believe?
Yeah.
Wow. Things like that happen when you're 7 and 24. Harper driving, bumps, no, but a foul. Joe Smith, his second personal.
Well, Well, the forgotten man last night, he stepped up big time. Harp looking for his first points of the game. 15 points last night. Made a couple great plays. Got hurt on a play he made. Stayed out, and then when he came back in, he was able to score 7 more points in that final quarter.
He suffered a bruised tailbone in the third quarter, Red, and as you mentioned, came back and did what Phil Jackson said, put the Bulls over the top in that ball game last night, especially in the fourth quarter.
Well, he can put the Bulls over the top here. The Bulls only led once in this game, 2-0.
They lead 46-45. First lead in quite some time, since it was 2-0 on Scottie Pippen's field goal to open the game. PJ Carlesimo wants some motion, and he gets it from Daniel Marshall. Sloppy pass to Dampier. Again, he turns baseline. Tough chance for Marshall, and he was fouled down low.
Rodman picks up foul number 2 on this play, and they let them get the offensive rebound. Dampier misses the shot going in. And Dennis having a tough time here the last 2 games rebounding. 7 last night, we said, and tonight again he's got 8 at halftime. And there's 6:51 to go here. They have a chance to come back and take the lead again. Marshall with the miss.
Marshall just 69% from the free throw line, and John, the Bulls are being out-rebounded 30-25 thus far in the game tonight. What you've been talking about, this Golden State, one of the better rebounding teams in the NBA, showing us why tonight. Marshall misses a pair. Golden State's doubled up on the Bulls on the board here in the third quarter, 14-7 on the rebound. Luke Longley. Smith rebounds. Coles on the wing. Dennis claims the board. Pippen did not have the numbers. Got a good look at the three-point arc. Knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. Shaw and Marshall. It will belong to Chicago.
Joe Rock! Joe Rock! Joe Rock!
PJ Carlesimo shouting to his team. Phil Jackson merely watching his. Harp got an open look for 3. A couple of good looks on this possession for the Bulls. Did not go down. Coles running hard to Smith on the reverse. Beautifully done by the Warriors.
Again, the guard went back to get the rebound. That was Shaw picking the rebound up.
Warriors by 1. Michael penetrating.
Crossed over nicely, slid between the 2 players and knocked it in. He's got 15.
Seesaw battle in the third. Bulls by 1 at the moment. Marshall. It'll belong to Chicago. Changes coming up for the Bulls. Pip will get a break, and Tony Kukoc comes on. Dickie Simpkins back in for Golden State. Joe Smith gets a break.
The numbers don't really show it, but Dickie, he didn't finish off a couple plays, but he had 4 rebounds in there. He had a steal, a couple turnovers.
John, you've got to figure he's really keyed up about playing in this ball game tonight against his former team, Dickie Simpkins.
Scott Burrell, I thought, played very well for the Bulls last night. We have not seen him here.
Longley, what do we have? It looked like a hold on Simpkins that time. First personal on Dickie Simpkins. 14 fouls now for the Warriors. Jordan. Shaw is there for the rebound. The long lead pass intercepted by Harper. Bulls run some triangle and reverse. Michael looking for room. Try to tip it home. Chased down by Shaw. Did he step out of bounds? Barely ran out of real estate in the deep corner.
Bulls are running some confusion here in the offense. Ball going down in the lane, not a lot of good spacing. Let's see what happens. Joe Klein's going to come in for Luke. Joe had a nice first half, 4 points. tendonitis in his right arm.
Kukoc triggering off the baseline. Bulls lead by 1. Tony. Ryan Shaw, another rebound by a Golden State guard.
Yeah, he's gone right back to get the ball up. Kept 8 rebounds.
Got as many rebounds as Dennis. Warriors trail by 1. Just under 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Dampier. Simpkins on the putback. You know, that feels good for Dickey. 49-48. Dickey Simpkins with the field goal, his second. Jordan against Shaw. Dennis rebounds. Michael gets another shot. Shaw able to collect. Bimbo calls. Simpkins from the wing comes up short there. Bulls basketball. And here's what's on tap, brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft. To remind you it's time for a good old macro brew. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, Seattle. Chicago viewers only. And Thursday, January 29th, will be our next Superstation game. Kukoc on the drive is fouled. Daniel Marshall picks it up. Penalty situation. Steve Kerr checks in. Kukoc is on the drive to the basket anyway. Michael Jordan has a seat on the bench. 15 points through 3 quarters. Let's pause for station identification. For Tony, has 5 points in the game. Pressure in the backcourt by the Bulls. Tied at 49. Carl Thomas has checked in now for Golden State. Thomas and Cole's the backcourt. Simpkins, Marshall, and Dampier up front. Marshall. Secures the board. Rodman now with the 11 rebounds. 20 seconds. Tony to the left hand, per usual. Kukoc again in traffic, and nobody was fouled. Dickey Simpkins picks it up. Second on Simpkins will precipitate free throws when we resume. 2:52 to go. Third quarter, Bulls and Warriors knotted up at 49.
Look, can't you be more efficient? Just keep it simple, okay?
Relax, pal. You're making me nervous. You need Office Max, the office product superstore with guaranteed low prices on over 7,000 office products.
Folks, we'll be delayed till storms in the Chicago.
Don't sweat it, pal. You can save time and money at Office Max. Hey, you can eat those? And don't forget, there's one place to find computers, electronics, and state-of-the-art technology for every size business. Office Max. We go to the max for you.
So, he really plays in them?
Yeah, Mark Brunell in the Nike Air Marauder.
Almost took him all the way last year.
A scrambler like him needs some real traction to make the plays he does.
Kerry Collins has the same shoes too, right?
You bet. He took him right past San Fran and through cowboy country. Incoming.
Nobody gets you closer to the game than Foot Locker, where it all begins. How do you catch an evil? What goes around really goes around. That passes from person to person. Beware my wrath. High touch.
Put the gun down! I'm a detective. My work is based upon evidence.
They can only survive in the bodies of others.
Haven't you done enough?
Denzel Washington, John Goodman, Donald Sutherland.
Leave my family alone.
Fallen.
But I'm still having fun.
Rated R. Starts Friday, January 16th.
On Wednesday, January 21st, when the Bulls battle the Charlotte Hornets, it's Mother's Bread Lunch Bag Night. The first 5,000 kids, 14 and under, entering the United Center will receive a Bulls lunch bag compliments of Mother's Bread. A couple of kids will be going to school with a lunch box. World's greatest netmen. That's a nice little ring to it. Hey, tonight on WGN News, the latest on the search for a baby abducted from Cook County Hospital. Plus, Chicago is gripped by bitter cold. Find out when it might end. And live Bulls postgame, all coming up on the news after the game.
When that plane landed last night, we got off, got onto the little bus. I woke up quick. It was like a slap on the face. We come out of Miami, come out of New York, and it was 65 in New York the day before. Whoa. Then I remembered, yes, it's winter and it's July. I mean, it's January and we're in Chicago.
You know, and I've never seen it so warm in New York in January. I mean, 2 days of 60s in New York.
Yeah. When they say unseasonable, it was. You're going to love the weather. Sheets rosy. Yeah. Okay. Car doesn't start.
Keep loading it on, Red.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's Dennis. Kerr running the break. Kukoc gets a good look off the wing. Joe Klein the rebound. A rare offensive rebound.
Good look. Oh, I thought Steve had a good look at a three right away off there.
Dampier jumped out there on it. Oh, they let the baseline vacant, and Kukoc went right through it.
Well, Tony in double figures now with 10.
Leading by 3. That's their biggest lead. Simpkins. Here's Carl Thomas from deep along. Deuce. Chicago's lead is 1. Dennis looking for someone on the wing. Finds Tony in the corner.
Long two. Not quite out to the spot he would have liked to have been. So Tony with 12 points now. He's picked up the scoring here for the Bulls.
Simpkins. Banging with Kukoc. Foul's going to be on Tony. Block his first. Dickie Simpkins, draft choice of the Chicago Bulls, their first round pick in 1994, 21st pick overall in the draft.
Now 2 for 10 from the free throw line. Let's see what Dickie can do if he can improve on it.
Not yet. On Sunday, July 25th, when the Bulls battle the Utah Jazz, it's Coca-Cola Youth Jersey Day. First 5,000 kids 14 and under entering the United Center will receive a Bulls youth jersey. Compliments of Coca-Cola.
We'll blow all these balloons up there in the afternoon. I don't know if you knew that.
You did.
You got down here early.
You made good use of your time.
Yes.
1 out of 2 for Simpkins at the line. The Bulls lead is 2. Rodman hits Joe Klein, blocked by Dampier. Dennis clears to Bushler. Kerr. Now Kukoc. Screen from Klein. Oh, he had Joe Klein wide open on a screen roll. But Kerr connects from deep for 3.
It's only the second 3 now by the Bulls. Scottie had 1 in the second quarter.
5-point lead, biggest of the night for the Bulls. Dennis Rodman will get called for a foul at the baseline as Joe Smith tried to clear it.
Let's take a look at this three-pointer. Tony starts to drive the middle, and as they come over to help him out, he gets it to Steve. Steve puts that ball up with a nice rotation, knocks it down, and Joe Smith is on the line to shoot 2 free throws. Bulls with a 5-point lead, and that's what the biggest, isn't it?
Yep. Smith has been somewhat quiet here tonight. Golden State missing its free throws now. This is not one of the better free throw shooting teams in the league. Smith with 12 points, 5 rebounds.
1 out of 5 in this quarter from the free throw line.
13 for Joe Smith. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Bulls try to improve on a 4-point advantage. Joe Klein, the bailout shot. Whistler tried to back tap it along with Rodman. Simpkins tracked it down. A 1 second difference, shot clock to game clock, or is there? Very close. Golden State will wait for one last. Unless they get something that's too good to pass up, as was the case with Joe Smith.
A little bit easy shot there, wasn't it, from at the end. 15 points for Joe Smith. There's a long pass down there. Forget it.
Intercepted by Felton Spencer. Beat the clock. Time for 3. Bring it up.
The defense good. Coles with a long 3. Bulls fell asleep, but they don't think the play should count. Let's take a look at the clock. Here it is. He gets the ball, an extra pass. Up he goes.
He didn't get it off.
Didn't get it out of his hand.
Nope, that should not have counted. But as it is, it does. Sometimes perception is reality. Warriors lead by 1 as we head to the 4th.
It happens every year in some of the most remote stretches of land in Mexico. And in the world of off-road racing, it's truly the whole enchilada, the legendary Baja 1000. A mountain of dust for those who can stand to eat it, and the end of the line for those who can't. That's why more drivers who challenge the Baja rely on the Duralast battery than any other. The same Duralast you can rely on in your car, because it's the one we stock at AutoZone. The Duralast battery. Power you can depend on.
Do you think you're getting the best shave? Take the Sensor XL Challenge. We bet you can't find a closer, safer shave than Sensor XL. No other razor has Sensor XL soft microfins for extra protection and self-adjusting blades for extra closeness. Take the Sensor XL Challenge. Once you experience the safest way to the closest shave, we bet you won't go back. Gillette Sensor XL.
They sweat more. They strive to find their way on a road that few have traveled. Why? Because we took away their team jerseys and 4x4s.
What the heck is that?
So you can win them in the Sprite Under the Cap game.
It's coming this way.
What do you get when you fly Southwest Airlines? Fun fares.
Well, you've waited so long for a fare to get so nice and low now. You really should fly.
Light up the night. Southwest Airlines fun fares are so low. Want to see that again? Now you can fly just for the fun of it.
With us, 'cause we got a lot of things to do now. You really should fly. And you'll have fun flying Southwest on a fun fair today. Fun, flying on a fun fair today.
Write down the Bulls' high score and his point total in tonight's game along with your name, address, and phone and send it to WGN. You could win round-trip tickets on Southwest Airlines, a symbol of freedom.
Start of the 4th quarter, Bulls trailing by 1. Here's Red with tonight's Ameritech plays that make a difference.
Oh, we talked about being physical with Joe Smith. Dennis Rodman is physical, and finally he's going to shake Dennis as Dennis comes over to screen to help Michael out, but look what it does. Makes him shoot an air ball. We're back to live.
Golden State starts the 4th quarter. Shaw and Thomas in the backcourt. Simpkins, Spencer, Smith up front. Shaw clears for the open jump. Scott Burrell on the floor for the first time tonight for the Bulls. Warriors save, but to the wrong side from their point of view. Oh, nice feed to Rodman from Jason Caffey.
First hoop for Dennis tonight, and it gets the Bulls that lead back. They lost right at the buzzer on a 3 by Bimbo Cole.
I thought Jason was coming to the wing with that pass, and he looked inside and found Dennis Rodman running the post lane. Bulls by one. Smith throws it away. Jason Caffey pries it loose. Warriors got back quickly in transition defensively that time. So the Bulls will run some offense. Curve for three. That's offense.
He looked at Joe Smith, and Smith stepped back a step. They're going to take a timeout.
The Bulls come out and score the first 5 points of the fourth quarter to reassert their 4-point advantage. 10:42 to go in the game.
So I got off the elevator and said, what is this, the 7th inning stretch? American Express.
Lovely.
Let's do the whole country. I'm a little light on the lingo.
Getting a full gander down the frog with me.
All right.
We've got Cornish pasties, bangers and mash, pumpkin sweet, and a lovely toady out.
That was a wicked googly. So I took the butchers up the apples and pears and said, what is this, the tea interval? All over the world, you can do more with the American Express card.
Look at him. Electric at 18. So you got your own shoe, huh?
So this kid's playing in the NBA.
So you're one slam dunk. Just believe in yourself.
Hey, Red Kerr, pretty clever pass by Jason Caffey here.
Yes, Dennis runs strongly down the middle, and it's just a little loop pass. He throws it up, no backboard.
You know, I was saying the Bulls want to run some offense. Well, how's this for offense?
There it is. He looks at Joe Smith, and Steve knocks it down. He's 2 for 2 from that area tonight, and the Bulls, as you mentioned, 5 in a row, gives him a 4-point lead.
Steve Kerr had been just 2 for 8 from the arc of the last 4 games prior to tonight. Shaw crossed over Jordan. First 2 points of the fourth quarter for Golden State. Scottie Pippen's had a long rest on the bench. Michael. Back tap by Caffey. Jordan again. Whoa. This time got clobbered. Looked like Shaw from behind. They could have called it on any number of Golden State Warriors.
Big body in the middle. Felton Spencer, 7 foot. They say 265, but I do not believe that.
What do you believe?
265. I mean, I'm 265.
He's a little bigger than you, isn't he?
Michael with 15 points tonight.
We mentioned these two guys stepped up big last night. Quiet night tonight for Harper and Jordan thus far. But the Bulls on the lead nonetheless. 16 for Jordan, 1 out of 2 at the line on this trip. Almost 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, and the Bulls lead is 3. Shaw trying to set him around that screen, finally gives it to Marshall. Spacing was terrible on that play, that pass. But the Bulls mishandle on the break, and finally Burrell gets it back.
Yeah. Boy, that was not pretty, but the result was terrific.
I don't think you draw it up on the scoreboard that way, on the chalkboard that way.
No, that's 8-2 run now for the Bulls.
But you can draw it up on the scoreboard 8-2, as you mentioned. Joe Smith. Bulls have an opportunity to really extend the lead here now, leading by 5. Michael bumped by Shaw. Fourth personal on Brian Shaw.
Let's take a look at it if we can. There's a scramble. Mike throws it over here, and you know what? The big thing is Burrell did not give up on the play. Stayed with it. Michael comes in and hammers it. Burrell stayed with it. He didn't get the good pass.
Jason Campbell against Eric Dampier. Dampier blocks the shot. Cathy gets it back, clears Dampier, and was fouled. Bimbo Coles got him that time. Well, John, you know, we're seeing one of the better shot blockers in basketball, Eric Dampier, for the Golden State Warriors. How much of shot blocking is athleticism, and how much of it is timing?
Well, you hit it right on the head. You've got to be an athlete to do that. Know the guy's going to shoot. Now, both shots, he blocked a couple shots, and one on Luke and one on Jason, and they both came back with their right hand to his strength, his right hand.
Dampier is on that consecutive games list with a block, at least one block in each of the last 20 games.
That first and third guy don't look like they fit with those other guys, does it? But they've done the job for him. Luke Longley in for Dennis.
Turner Knight's in for the rebound from the wing. Easiest rebound of the night, I think, tonight for the Bulls. Nothing has come easy off the glass for Chicago tonight. Curve for three. Boy, had it right on line. Bulls leading 66-60. Coles and Shaw in the backcourt, Golden State. Dampier in the middle. And on the block right now. Good ball movement around the perimeter. Marshall for three.
Steve, a sweeper on both ends, huh?
Longley forced it to Campy. Knocked out of bounds. It will belong to Chicago. 14 to go on the shot clock. 8:14 for the game, and the Bulls leading by 6. Seeking their biggest advantage of the night. To go. Michael Jordan comes up short. Brian Shaw. Thought he traveled, but I guess not. Back tap to Shaw. Pull up on Jordan. Brian Shaw with the only 4 points in the quarter for Golden State.
Might see Pippen back into the crunch time.
Burrell did not play until this fourth quarter. Jordan. Knifing in, draws the foul.
Didn't hear the whistle, but you knew it was coming.
The foul's on Joe Smith. It is his third.
I thought maybe we would see Scottie Pippen in a little bit of this crunch time here.
You know, he's got his warm-up on the bench. Watch Michael in action. Scottie has been out red since what, about midway through third quarter. I'm not sure if he's going to get back into the game tonight. We'll have to wait and see. I wonder if they had a designated number of minutes for him to play, and that was going to be it, regardless of game situation. How many has he played?
Those minutes would be 26. Michael missed another free throw now.
He's missed 3 times from the line tonight.
Well, I think 4 and 5 games got to his legs, too.
Sure. Coles around the screen by Marshall. Knocked away by Burrell. Curve to Burrell. Broken up by Shaw, and Michael collects.
Michael's wide open for
Longley goes baseline.
Jordan up high. Michael just went up. Just decided he was going to go up for a rebound. Got it. Put it back in.
The lead is 7 for Chicago. Biggest lead of the night for the Bulls. Timeout. Golden State. The Warriors will talk it over. They have slipped behind after leading much of the night. The world champions assume a 7-point advantage with 6:40 to go in the game.
It happens every year in some of the most remote stretches of land in Mexico. And in the world of off-road racing, it's truly the whole enchilada, the legendary Baja 1000. A mountain of dust for those who can stand to eat it, and the end of the line for those who can't. That's why more drivers who challenge the Baja rely on the Duralast battery than any other. The same Duralast you can rely on in your car, because it's the one we stock at AutoZone. The Duralast battery. Power you can depend on.
I'm not here to play a game or to see if you can spell horse. I came to take it to the hole and bury you in it. And if you got a problem with that, good. We'll get along just fine. Life is a sport. Drink it up.
Nestle Crunch. It's just more fun to munch.
On tonight's Discover Card Payback Playback, last February, the Bulls crushed the Warriors by 33 points. Michael Jordan, a game-high 34 points. And Dennis Rodman grabbed 12 rebounds in the win. Matter of fact, Michael Jordan and the Bulls have an 11-game winning streak against Golden State. Warriors haven't beaten the Bulls since 1991 back at the old Chicago Stadium. Come on, Chicago, vote today for your favorite Chicago Bulls All-Stars. Pick up your ballot at participating McDonald's or stop by the United Center. Speaking of the All-Star game, is Scottie still leading in the voting in his position?
No, Hill is number 1, I know.
Scottie,
I think Kemp came up to number 2.
Did Kemp come up to 2? Burrell off the steal.
Good defensive work now for Burrell has been in the game. He's got him going, running pretty good. The Bulls with a 9-point lead.
Burrell averaging 7 points a game in his last 6 games for the Bulls. The 9-point lead by Chicago equals the biggest lead of the evening for either team. Golden State had a 9-point advantage in the first half. This is Joe Smith trying to change the direction of that shot. I believe you're right, John. Somebody got a piece of it.
Daniel Marshall has not scored in this half. He had 12 first-half points.
Burrell off the weave. Triple team there. Knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. Here's Daniel Marshall. Big first half. Nothing in the second half. Time winding down in the Bulls, but the ball is in the right hands. Michael Jordan. Campy trying to keep it alive. Saved to the wrong side. Shaw, spot up 3. Ring that.
That's their 5th 3 in a row now. They made 4 for 4 in that third quarter.
Ryan Shaw with 10 points, 7 of which have come here in the 4th.
He had he scored.
And the Warriors hanging around on this one. Pirouette move, Jordan, finger roll, partially blocked, but a foul on Dampier.
Michael was looking to see if it was goaltending.
Scottie Pippen back in, so question is answered. 26 minutes is not enough. He'll play a few more at least. A pretty good night at his return. Tony Kukoc's back on the floor as well for the Bulls. Jason Campy has a seat on the bench. MJ at the free throw line. This week, Jordan in the 3 games averaging 29.6 points a game on 47% shooting from the field. 22 points in the game here tonight. Jordan is 9 for 27 from the field. How about the Bulls? They've made more free throws than Golden State has shot.
They're doing a lot of it. Oh, Michael with a nice move on Joe Smith. He went up, showed him the ball, pulled away, put it back up again. He's got 24.
Longley kept that possession alive. 9-point lead.
They do like the Bulls do on occasion. They get hung up in taking long-distance shots.
Longley guilty of a bump there. You're right, Rick.
You don't get to the free throw line.
That's something that happens, and that happened a little bit down at Miami to the Bulls earlier this week. Had very few free throws in that game, although a lot of people think it was because of the pregame posturing by Pat Riley.
Well, they had 8 free throws, but 5 of them were technical. Coles, he only got scored here. No, that was Coles.
Bimbo Coles with his 9th and 10th points of the night. 4.5 to go in the game. Bulls leading by 7. Jordan to the right hand. Michael with 26. Rising up and saying, hey, let's put a stop to this thing here now. Let's get this game over with.
They laughing and Sean. I mean, they're not talking trash. They're laughing and talking now.
Jordan with 11 in the 4th quarter. Joe Smith goes to work in traffic. Scored and a foul. Nice move by Joe Smith. The foul on Tony Kukoc. Jake Carlesimo, he's had his team coming in here off a blowout at Detroit. Playing hard here tonight. Miller Lite scoreboard brought to you by Miller Lite to remind you anything can happen at Miller time. Indiana was losing to Dallas, and Utah is beating Houston here tonight. Houston struggling.
When you said anything can happen at any time, they showed that Indiana Dallas scored. I was thinking, wow, you're right. They have to get back to work here.
Pass off the mark to Longley from Kukoc. 6-point ball game in favor of the Bulls. Dampier leveled Kerr almost with that screen. 10 to go on the shot clock. Shaw and Steve Kerr's there. First 3-point field goal they've missed, I believe, right? Isn't it?
Well, I know at this half.
Jordan backing Shaw, tough shot, but he drew the foul. Ryan Shaw's 5th personal foul.
First one they missed in the game, period, yes.
PJ Carlesimo, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he one of the coaches on Dream Team 1 on that staff?
I think he was an assistant, yes, he was.
Along with Mike Krzyzewski and Chuck Daly and company.
I take nothing away from those guys. They were great, Bobby. But I take nothing away from that coaching staff. But I think I could have won it.
You think
with you as my assistant?
You think we could have handled them? Huh?
There you go. There you go.
I don't know, Red. I might have brought you guys down to my level, and that's not good.
I would have been sending you off for coffee or something. Keep you out of the gym.
I'm real good at doing that, you know. 8-point lead. Chicago. Smith, tough shot over Pippen.
Not a good shot. They go right back and get the ball.
Dampier the rebound. This is a good look from Coles. And it halfway down. Dampier, it looked like he pushed off, but no. They're calling the foul on Luke Longley. It's his 4th. In case you're wondering, no, that's not leopard skin on the top of Dennis Rodman's head. Those are 3s for Scottie Pippen, number 33. There it is. Off balance and way off the line. Joe Smith able to collect off the miscue by Shaw.
Sometimes the worst place to hit a guy is in the hands.
I guess you're right. Pippen spaces the floor a bit.
Okay, he wants to go. He wants to go one-on-one against Dampier.
Draws contact.
You know what? He might get 3.
Well, Scottie wants 3. I don't know if Gerritson's going to give it to him. He's going to get 2. Dampier picks up the foul. His 4th. It'll be 2 shots for Pippen. Scottie hasn't scored here in the second half. He hasn't played a whole lot, though, in the second half. Bulls are leading 78-72. We have 2:27 to go in the game. Charitable sends out a big thank you to the Chicago Board of Trade, who donates $5 for every Bulls assist, and to the Fort James Corporation, who donates $50 for every Bulls 3-point shot. Pippen misses a pair. Dampier rebounds.
And they're right back in this game, guys. Crowd got a little quiet. There's 2:20 to go.
There is work to be done here before this game is in the books. Coles to Marshall. Double down from Kirk. Quick turn, Marshall baseline. Went right by Scottie Pippen. Beautiful move, Danielle Marshall. And suddenly things have tightened considerably. It's a 4-point ball game. Just under 2 minutes to go in the game. Carlissimo and the Warriors proving to be stubborn guests at the United Center here tonight. Jordan and the Bulls by just 4.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals? Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue #1. So don't send the wrong signals. Get Selsun Power.
For all of you basketball fans who are into statistics, so far the NBA and the Fannie Mae Foundation have hit 435,000 boards, thrown up 300,000 bricks, made 90,000 assists, and with the help of a 10-foot stepladder, reached a goal slightly higher than the basket. The NBA and the Fannie Mae Foundation, America's home team.
So, he really plays in them?
Yeah, Mark Brunell in the Nike Air Marauder.
Almost took him all the way last year.
A scrambler like him needs some real traction to make the plays he does.
Kerry Collins has the same shoes too, right?
You bet. He took him right past San Fran and through cowboy country. Incoming.
Nobody gets you closer to the game than Foot Locker, where it all begins.
Do I hear 2,000 for a date with supermodel Jennifer? 2,000.
Is your dandruff sending the wrong signals?
Sold to number 10 for $2,000.
Get Selsun Power. Doctors recommend Selsun Blue #1. So don't send the wrong signals. Get Selsun Power.
Everyone feels the same way here at the United Center. Welcome back, Scottie Pippen. Bulls have put the clamps down defensively here in the second half. Golden State just 33 second half points, but the Bulls have struggled right from the field, shooting under 40%.
Wow, 39%, you're right, from the field. Bulls got their work cut out for them. Michael with 13 points in this quarter. He got 28 in the game.
Bulls trying to put the finishing touches on a busy week. 4 games this week. Longley backdoor Jordan. Beautiful feed from the big man. 30 for MJ. 6-point lead Chicago. Coles against Kerr. They've been trying to deny the feed to the block in Marshall, and Scottie over the top for his first foul of the game.
It gets a first in the last 2 minutes.
It is.
See what happens here. Okay, here's the last basket. Michael just slides the baseline, gets a return pass from.
A lot of times that baseline cut needs a bounce pass, but Luke that time just a little dish, and Michael able to collect. Coles left unattended. 12 points for Bimbo Coles. Golden State down by 4. Time left in the game, right-hand corner of your screen. Pippen for 3. Dennis over the top of Joe Smith. Loose ball foul. 4th on Rodman.
Might not have been the best one shot that they could have got, but I think it's one that Pip wants to get a little bit into this crunch time situation and take some shots from the outside. So they got a chance to make this a 2-point game with 1:15. Joe Smith for the free throw line.
Joe is 76% from the free throw line. Our spotlight performer has indeed been in the spotlight and performing very well tonight with 21 points. Golden State as a team shoots under 70% at 68% from the free throw line. 1 out of 2 for Smith. Rodman had the rebound taken away by Marshall, but that's Danielle Marshall over the back on the loose ball foul.
Absolutely. Tough to hear the whistle in this building, but Dennis will go to the free throw line. Here's Joe Smith. Missed the free throw, and inside, Danielle Marshall came over the top.
Dennis Rodman, just a 41% free throw shooter. Rodman was 0 for 2 from the line last night in New York. Dennis could, I wouldn't say deliver a dagger here, Red, but put a little nail in the coffin, perhaps, if he can make a couple. The lead is 3.
Congratulations to a good friend of ours, Gene Sullivan, as Dennis makes that free throw high up the glass. Gene Sullivan's going to Loyola Hall of Fame on the 31st. I know you join me in wishing him the great job he did as coach and athletic director over there.
Well deserved. Gene Sullivan, a wonderful individual in this business.
Dennis makes them both the hard way. You saw the figures that go with them tonight.
Put a little nail in the corner of the coffin, perhaps. Still plenty of time for Golden State. Warriors down 5. Smith throws it away, trying to hit Damp here. That time Longley fronted the Warriors center, and P.J. Carlesimo wants a timeout and demands it, and they deliver a timeout to the Golden State Warriors. 61 seconds to go. Rodman a couple of big free throws to give the Bulls a 5-point advantage.
To allow people with disabilities to contribute to society. To be part of the common experience that's life in America. To be measured by the standard of what we can do, not what we can't.
Now in session, the Honorable Michael D. Ryan presiding.
Whether to lead with the content of our minds, or the character of our hearts. To not be defined by our disabilities. These are the goals of the paralyzed veterans of America. We're working for a better tomorrow.
And the world champs being extended on this, the 4th game of the week. They're trying for their 25th win of the season against 11 losses. Scottie Pippen has returned to the lineup here tonight. Pitt with 11 points in the first half. Actually, he had 4 in the first quarter and 7 in the second quarter. Our next telecast on WGN for Chicago area viewers only will be Tuesday night, when the Bulls try to avenge Vin Baker's game-winning shot from last November. There it is. The Bulls in Seattle. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Our next telecast for our Superstation viewers will be January 29th, when the Bulls travel to the Rose Garden to face the Portland Trailblazers. Our broadcast begins at 9 p.m. Rasheed Wallace in action. Final push from this sellout crowd here at the United Center. 61 seconds to go. Bulls by 5. Pressure in the backcourt from Golden State. That's what Scottie Pippen does well. Moves it across against pressure. Marshall fouling quickly here to put Pippen at the line. P.J. Carlesimo perhaps figuring that part of the rust on Scottie's game is at the free throw line.
You would think, you know, the legs are a little bit wobbly now, and you get up there and say, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this. The Bulls are, he's 0 for 2. He got 11 points. He's got a 3-point field goal. The Bulls are on a 7-2 run. By the last 3 free throws the Bulls have made, used all the iron.
They have not come easy, have they? They've kind of bled them in. Kukoc leaves. Rodman back in for the Bulls. It's one of those defense to offense or offense to defensive switches.
A little bit sloppy game tonight. The Bulls giving up a lot of rebounds, but they only had 9 turnovers so far in the game. And pretty good deal.
Knocked out of bounds by Damp here. It'll belong to Chicago with 56 seconds to go. Golden State just 3 free throws in this quarter. And Red, as you mentioned, a lot of that's because they have been living more on the perimeter shots. The lob for Jordan. The dummy play works. 32 for MJ, and that's the dagger. 8-point advantage, Chicago. Joe Smith, Pippen the block. Smith gets it back. 23 for Joe Smith. Inbounds to Pippen, fouled by Bimbo Coles, and Scottie will be back at the line.
Dennis has to laugh a little bit. There's the play out of bounds. Pippen flares it up. Michael catches, puts it in, and you're right. We call it the dummy play because you don't say anything. You just look at the floor, walk out there, and you make this basket. You say, "Hey, dummy, where were you?" Well, now Pip's going through the thing that Don Nelson, when Dallas was in here, put Dennis through. They're fouling, and Dennis made 9 out of 12.
Exactly. I was going to say, Dennis made Dallas pay for it that night.
Pitt makes he's got 13. Pretty good showing for a guy coming back. Tough playing for a long time. Michael underneath. Michael has a chance to grab the rebounds. I mean, he's tough. But didn't need it. Scottie knocked them both down.
Scottie, after missing his first 2 free throws, made 3 of his last 4. Bulls on top, 87-79. Three-pointer. Brian Shaw rims in and out. Back 10 rebound chased down by Rodman. To Steve Kerr.
Good job. He got rid of that right away.
Yeah. It's the last place he wants to be late in the game. Is
Scottie says, "Give me the ball." Steve says, "No." He shook his head. No. Scottie had a laugh.
Dennis for 3. Time winding down in this one. Donyell Marshall. It's academic from here, and 3 more added to the Golden State total.
Right. Thank goodness it is.
Bounce to Luke Longley. That will do it. Final score from the United Center in Chicago. Scottie Pippen returns with 14 points here tonight. The Bulls improved their record to 18-1 at home, 25-11 overall, as they hang an 87-82 defeat on the shoulders of the Golden State Warriors. Dennis Rodman looking around, perhaps for someone to give a shirt to. Rodman with 16 rebounds here tonight. And let's go to Bill Weir. Bill?
Thanks, Wayne. Scottie, a huge ovation when you're introduced tonight. A lot of excited, a lot of surprised people. Why tonight?
Well, you know, I wanted to get back and try to get some rhythm before we started playing some tough games going on the West Coast. And I felt like today's game was a good game for me to come back. Even though we didn't come out and play as well as I expected us to, it was a good game for me to get back out on the court.
You're about 30 minutes tonight. Did that feel right? Are you easing into this?
Well, I'm trying to ease into it and feel it's going to monitor my time and make sure that, you know, I don't overpush myself over the first few games. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to trying to get back in the rhythm of things. It's pretty tough for me tonight, but I was able to find some rhythm.
And finally, are those 33s a tribute to you on Dennis's scalp?
Is that what that is?
They look like 3s to me.
Well, I guess so. You know, Dennis has been playing some great basketball, so I'm just glad to be back on the court with the guys.
It's great to have you back.
Thank you.
Wayne, send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Bill Weir. It certainly is great to see Scottie Pippen back in uniform for the Bulls. Southwest Airlines high-flying scorer, Michael Jordan. In addition to the 6 rebounds, he also had 3 assists in the game, 17 in the last quarter for Jordan to get his 32 points. Our next telecast on WGN is for Chicago area viewers only. It'll be Tuesday night when the Bulls take on the Seattle Supersonics. Game time 7 p.m. For WGN Superstation viewers, tune in Thursday, January 29th when the Bulls travel to Portland to battle the Trailblazers. Our broadcast begins at 9 p.m. Now for Johnny Redker and our entire Bulls broadcasting crew, Bill Weir as well. Stay tuned. WGN News is coming up next.
Good evening, I'm Robert Jordan. Next on WGN News, you just saw his big comeback right here on WGN. And coming up, we'll go back to the United Center for live post-game reaction to Scottie Pippen's return to the court. Plus, steps you can take to make sure your relatives and neighbors are protected.
Bulls fans nearly blow the roof off the United Center as they welcome back star forward Scottie Pippen. And that is our big story tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jackie Bang.
And I'm Robert Jordan. He missed 35 games of the season due to that foot injury. And only 2 months ago, Scottie Pippen said he would never put on a Bulls jersey again.
But the foot and the hard feelings are mended, and he is back. WGN's Dan Roan is live at the United Center with the very latest. Dan.
Hey, Jackie, the Bulls win and Scotty's back. Pretty good night out here, although it wasn't very pretty. In fact, you'd see more rhythm at Rotary Night Out at the disco, I think. But the Bulls do hang on to beat Golden State, and Scotty is back, finally, against the Warriors tonight. He didn't play all that well, although I'll tell you what, he did do fine. Scotty made the Bulls' first 2 baskets of the night, his first 2 for history's sake at 10:48 of the first. He wound up with 14 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds in the game, as the Bulls won it by a final of 87-82. And when we come back, we'll have much more from the United Center on Scotty's comeback. Back to you guys.
Okay, Dan, we had a little trouble with Dan in and out of there, but Rich King has just come in and he's suiting up right now and he's trying to find a microphone.
It was a lot tighter than I expected.
It was. The Bulls played a game last night, Jackie and Bob. Coming off that game last night, it was kind of rough getting back in action again tonight, but they got it together, won enough. Scotty had 12 points. Michael had 32 on 13 and 31 shooting, but the Bulls won the game. 87-82 the final score. So all's well that ends well in this game at the UC tonight.
Great to see him
good
back.
to see Scotty back earlier than expected. They were saying a couple of weeks perhaps, but they came back early. Good time to come back. Golden State, not a very good basketball team. They're playing Seattle on Tuesday, a good basketball team. Give Scotty 1 game under his belt and go against Seattle and get things in gear for championship number 6.
Well, you're going to have more for us in sports, but it did look like that it's going to take them a while now to get back in sync.